go! Prosthetic, Famished necro is the velcro on the chart appendage. Cauterized solder gun in the melting of seats. Oh dear God, what a tangled web we weave. Toward the bones, de-facto. I have to go, I have to go, I have to go. Oh, we are a failed attempt.
Hey, hello, hi. It's been 6 days. I didn't realize. I didn't realize how long it's been. We all doing okay? We all doing okay? Thank you so much to everyone that watched my most recent video. Very kind of you. Had a lot of good feedback. What was it, about 5.6k views? That's a lot for me these days. So I appreciate it. Thank you all. Hope we are good. But yeah, it's gonna be a bit shorter today, and it's just gonna be about this whole situation around International Women's Day. Broadly, there was a new MP that was elected for an area of Manchester, and it was the Green Party that won. They kind of pandered a fair amount to the local kind of Pakistani population. I think that's probably what swung it for them, which, you know, I don't know. You gotta do what you gotta do. I don't particularly have a problem with that kind of tactic. But anyway, she did this Hannah Spencer, this MP, she did a speech on International Women's Day in Manchester. And that's where a lot of these, like, you know, gammon YouTubers are based, you know, Edge of the Matrix, English Ned, My Brains Don't Work, all those kinds of people. They all kind of picketed it. And some pretty fun stuff happened. One of them got punched, apparently. We're going to go over that because there's been so much narrativizing over this whole thing. There's so much bullshit flying around. So someone a bit more sane and a bit less biased needs to talk about it, I think. But yeah. Make sure you like the stream. You should like the stream, I think, before we get started. Don't forget, you can join the channel on YouTube. You can super chat via YouTube or Streamlabs in the links in my description. In one of the links in my description is the one for Streamlabs. Wow. You can gift memberships throughout chat. You can give a super sticker, which I will describe to you if you want to support me further. Check the links in my description. I have music. I have all kinds of stuff going on. Oh, it's International Detransitioner Day. I feel bad now because I'm not talking about detransitioners at like any point. Oh well. I'm sure they'll survive. What I might do is start from the Steve video. Hang on, sorry. Let me just remember how to do literally anything. Jesus Christ. Yeah, there we go. I might start with the Steve thing, and we'll go through the actual like speeches and stuff and what some of these dickheads were doing leading up to it. But then what will happen is she'll leave the stage, and a bunch of them will chase after her. Steve, in his infinite wisdom, is asking her if a woman can have a penis, which, you know, highbrow as ever. Supposedly My Brains Don't Work got punched, although from what I've seen, I have seen a lot of this before. I kind of dispute that. I think there's a lot more to the story. But yeah, we'll start from here. So we've got International Women's Day, Piccadilly Gardens, Manchester, woman with a penis allowed. Oh, thank you, The Truff, for the gifted membership. Thank you. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, let's have a look. Like the stream, etc. Is there a price for Charlie Kirk theme song reactions? Yes, 50 quid.
You got only space.
Of the resistance.
These are my signs, you cunt.
Yeah, International Women's Day. Gotta have a bunch of men, like, attention seeking on it, you know?
If I have anything to do with it, every time they get a picture of the front of their march, they're going to have the sign, trans women are men. Shame on you! Just watch it.
Can you fuck off? Come in our march.
Actually, no.
I've been online on social media forums and stuff like that, and I do know how radical some of the trans activists can be.
There's literally men pretending to be women in this march.
I've never in my life felt threatened by a transgender person.
What if they were just, like, normal men in the march? Is that also objectionable? I mean, you're a man.
Women in this march.
I've never in my life felt threatened by a transgender person.
Literal man. This fucking march. Get out.
No, these literal men with dresses on. This is quite tight, guys.
Men in women's toilets or transgender women in women's toilets is a perfectly appropriate thing.
Sorry, did you say get out of here? I can't, everybody's surrounding me.
Those things are happening as we speak. Now, I don't believe that the biggest threat to human society as we stand and breathe is that of trans people, who are largely here also, by the way, fighting for liberation of others.
Look at this one here. Look at that one. Look at it.
Our good friend Alex Jardine is here as well. He showed up in my comment section to tell me I sound like a nonce and failed to provide any evidence of what it was that he saw that was so terrible at that mini pride thing.
Here also, by the way, fighting for liberation of voters.
Look at this one here. Look at that one. Look at it. Okay, guys.
Steve is pretending to be a man. Hey, maybe. He hasn't beaten the FTM allegations yet, just saying.
It's International Women's Day today, and I think this is a women's rights march, so you would think that I'll have a lot of allies. We've got the copyrighted music on, so I can, you know, this might be sounding a bit weird because I'm going to have to do voice isolation. Well,
yeah, that's the thing as well. People are saying, oh, just follow these people around with like copyrighted music. That doesn't actually work anymore. You can get like AI filters, because he was at that thing, was it at the White House or at Congress? I can't remember, in Washington, DC. I remember that Cassie person was also doing stuff there. They were using like AI filters because they were playing like copyrighted music the whole time. So it doesn't really work anymore, unfortunately.
hang around and see if anybody wants to turn up and have a chat. We'll see. How you doing, mate? All right.
Trust me, I'll just put...
All right. We'll do the elbow stuff like this.
There we are, English Ned here already. We got Jarmaine Unfiltered. We're going to hear from him soon because he's been narrativizing. He's been narrativizing about this. I think this is his video. Yeah, Lefty Scum punches female YouTuber. We'll get to all this. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah, not because of COVID.
Yes, I know.
Because I
This is what you need as a women's... Excuse me. This is what you need at a Women's Day march, right? Is people like English Ned.
Tommy fingers from a burger.
How you doing?
I'm alright, mate.
Yeah, not bad. Not too bad. I've been like on my travels a little bit, you know. I'll put this
You, Anthony. Here we go. Here we go. The parasite himself.
there so we can see this glorious...
Wearing normal clothes for a change.
With all the women...
yeah, I'm going to stand up there in a second. I'm going to take this up there and, yeah.
He's cosplaying as a roadman or something.
I don't know, it's weird. I always think it's weird. They're saying women declaring war on war.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you're going to stand up.
Yeah, I know.
Donald Trump, don't nuke that girl. Don't do it.
Yeah, yeah. Get up here. Stand up here. Next to you guys.
You told Blair White to stop being such an over social contagion. Have you missed a word there? I don't know what that means.
Guys. Hi guys. Hi Kirk. Hello. How you doing, mate? So I'm standing in solidarity with the ladies here. In solidarity with them. I've got Kirk with me.
Yeah. If you're a man in a dress, he'll like give you shit for being a man in a dress. But these people, they're just like straight up men, and they can jump up on this fucking thing and attention seek and all that, and that's fine, I guess.
Thanks for me. How you doing, mate? All right.
Well, this fucking guy is what, Kirk Church or whatever. I've never really watched him. Like I don't get any of this. Like, didn't we already decide that Christians shoving their religion down people's throats was fucking annoying? Like, why are we circling back to that shit? You know?
Yeah. Oh, we've been coming up. Oh, that's fine. I'll just stand a bit higher. I'll just stand a bit higher.
Revolution is all right.
Right. How you doing? Pardon?
Go down. Like that.
You don't own this space.
Revolution.
You don't own this space.
Women show the way to fight. Revolution is all right. Women show the way to fight. Women show the way to fight. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose bodies? Our bodies.
Oh, they're coming in with the flags.
Whose bodies?
Yeah, his mate's got his spare billboard on as well. Jesus.
With the flags now.
To break the will of the resistance, to break women because they know we are too strong when we are
What the fuck is he doing, man?
united. Street rushes have become increasingly visible in our streets in recent years. Manchester Police's use of sexual violence demonstrates how the state
Okay, so which one's he showing? He's not showing trans women and men, unless he's going to keep turning it.
is trying to capitalize on the societal shame.
Oh no, now it's trans women and men. This is the most pressing issue, of course, is what you call trans women.
Associated with patriarchal violence.
Nah, I'm good here. I'm okay here, thank you. Pardon?
MKR and TKE. Who's TKE? I can't remember. I'm gonna look through different footages, so we'll get on to whatever. I just want to see what shenanigans he's been getting up to first.
I'm gonna what?
Also, you saw the MKR thing. Isn't it weird that when there's that fight between My Brains Don't Work and that other guy, isn't it weird that she always pans her camera away so she doesn't catch anything that actually happens? Do you think she does that? Do you think she does that in order to like, oh, in case My Brains Don't Work does something illegal on her end? Because it looked more like she hit the other guy than vice versa. He looked like he was just kind of trying to make space or something. Because a camera got in his face first. That was what kicked it off. But yeah, I just find that really weird. You'd think they're trying to capture everything because they're doing everything right or whatever, you know? Oh, TKE Media, yeah, I know who that is. I might have a look at his stuff. First off, I want to see what this fucking moron is doing.
Right, guys, so I think they were
we gotta have men attention seeking at the Women's Day March as much as possible.
concerned for my safety, but I'm quite good here, you know. So
for their loved ones after
Oh, the social contagion thing with like fillers and like feminization surgery and stuff. Hey, maybe.
Israel erased entire neighborhoods.
side by side we have a Palestine flag and a trans flag, and I don't think those two causes actually kind of should be side by side. I think they oppose each other.
This is really retarded. Like, you can be pro-trans rights and not want to flatten Gaza, even if the people in Gaza might look at trans people and be like, oh, that's not for us, you know? There's always this like massive retardation. Like, stuff like Queers for Palestine. I'm not even in with those kinds of people. Those kinds of people probably fucking hate me. But at the same time, I actually understand where they're coming from.
Whoa, please don't hit me though. I think I'll stay here. If the police come and ask me to come down, then I'll come down. I don't want to disrespect the statue of Queen Victoria behind us there.
Wait, you don't want to disrespect the statue, but you'll only get down if the police tell you to? I don't get that. Yeah, he's standing in front of a statue of a woman. Standing in front of a extremely influential woman statue on like modern British culture. The shape of the nation today. Jesus Christ.
That flag is coming really close to my head. You keep hitting me with it, that's not good. Look, it keeps banging it into the camera. That woman down here. Look, and again.
You know what is appalling?
These are my signs, you cunt.
He's getting mobbed.
That guy there is trying to break the signs.
Ooh, just shoved a woman there. Hang on, let me slow this down a bit. This looks important.
These are my signs, you cunt.
So yeah, trying to grab his. Obviously, it's not good to do this kind of thing. This can class as like assault or, you know, trying to damage someone's property. At the same time, Alex Jardine is one of those people that I find it very difficult to feel sorry for, like, ever. So
He's trying to break the signs.
yeah, he was like pushed into that woman, almost knocks her over. This is this two-tier policing, by the way. Two-tier policing. It's when the police like make sure that people can't like accost you any further. It's two-tier policing. Alex Jardine and English Ned are definitely victims here.
Just watching for if any of these try and grab me. So I'm getting that one there, Pete.
I'll be honest, all the pro-trans, like chants and stuff, it makes me feel like I'm being pandered to. I'm always like very cynical of that kind of thing.
Hitting me with a flag. Yeah, what I'm concerned about is one of these grabbing my leg and trying to pull me.
I stand here today as I reflect back on the last 2 years. While Israel is not only violating the ceasefire, but has expanded its aggression to Iran and Lebanon. So now the question is, what do we do as the world is getting uglier by the day? And how do we organize with communities towards...
Look at them surrounding Kurt there.
So who's this guy here? Is this that Hugo person? How do people have time? Oh, I book days off work, I'm not sure. Get a lot of people that work kind of funny hours. I mean, my partner works in retail, so that's kind of her. Hang on, what was I looking for? Fuck. Yeah, this guy here. Sorry, my computer's really laggy. I do apologize if it's a bit slow. The one with the kind of black and green like hoodie on. Is that It's Only Hugo or whatever? There's a few of these people that are still kind of Unaccounted for. Yeah, it looks like him. That looks like him. Would I rather be a trans Palestinian or win the lottery? I think I'd probably rather win the lottery, to be honest. Yeah, that must be him. Hang on. Oh, nope, not that one. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay. Oh, was it on a Sunday? I don't fucking... Days are an abstract concept to me, to be quite honest.
Yeah, so what I find strange is this is supposed to be a women's rights demonstration, but they're making it about other conflicts around the world. Oh, I'm getting hit by them. They keep hitting me with a flag.
You'd think he'd know what these marches are really about at a certain point.
I need to play a game while I'm up here. It's called Spot the Trans Woman. Obviously, that's
not that. Fuck me, dude. People keep trying to tell me that this guy is like, oh, he just has certain concerns. Like, I can buy that from some people. I think there genuinely are like gender critical people who are mostly just worried about like kids transitioning and certain women's rights, which I do have a lot of time for, to be honest. I think there are issues and it needs kind of balancing with other stuff. So certain spaces, maybe trans women shouldn't be like welcomed into, like prisons or whatever shit. And like, you know, sports and stuff like that. I can buy that there's people out there who literally just have concerns about that kind of thing. And then apart from that, they don't really care about like trans people in general. This guy cannot fucking do that. I'm sorry. He is like fucking obsessed. It's crazy. Like no one is ever allowed to fucking gaslight me that this guy is not just like transphobic. I'm sorry.
in inverted commas, because there's no such thing as a trans woman. There's quite a few men pretending to be women in the crowd. I can see that. Oh, someone's coming up.
Wow, there's quite a few lefties who are also trans. That's very shocking, Steve.
There's someone coming up to join me. All right, mate. You've got the freedom to be wherever you want, mate, but just please don't get in my personal space. Just be careful you don't fall off, mate, okay? I can see you shaking and you're nervous. You know that, mate? I'm just, you know, I'm trying to be inclusive, you know, nice and friendly. And you're just trying to push that into my face.
Friendly Steve, there you go.
Would you like to be mates? I'll be mates with you.
My home is burning.
Yeah, I'm alright. He's getting on personal space a little bit, but he's free to...
If you're transphobic, just be transphobic. I agree with that. Just fucking be honest about it from the off.
What he wants, I won't try and stop him, but he keeps getting closer in my space, yeah. No. I'll be alright for now, but if I do, I'll let you know, yeah. Yeah, I'm alright, mate, yeah. I'll be fine.
And I tell you loudly that I do not choose between my
I get it, mate.
No,
yeah. No, I understand, mate, yeah. I appreciate your support, thank you. All your help. Thank you.
No to war.
Mate, you're trembling. You don't have to.
Two-tier, it's two-tier, you see. They didn't even tell him to get off this statue, even though you really fucking should. It's two-tier, I'm telling you.
The shake near me, you know. I'm a nice guy. I don't know if you can see his hands.
Trans liberation.
The guy is shaking like a leaf. You can see his...
Ooh, hang on, I think my partner's back. Bear with me. Never mind.
Trans liberation. Mate, you honestly don't have to shake next to me. I'm no threat to you.
Stephen Jeffries is a grifter. Yep, very much so. We know some of the stuff about the 5G and like conspiracy stuff. We have the clips of him talking about how he left the fire service because of like the mask mandate, and it makes it sound like there was some emergency call and they couldn't dispatch him because he refused to wear a mask. Like, you imagine someone could have, like, fucking burnt to death because of him, you know? Absolute nutcase. But yeah, we're quite well versed in Mr. Jeffries around here, don't worry.
Whatsoever. Honestly, mate, we could be friends, you know. We could be friends outside of this demonstration. We could perhaps learn from each other. I mean, if you want to go for a coffee after we finish, we can have a chat. I'll listen to what you have to say.
First of all, I'm really excited to be here, to be part of this International Day of Feminist, Anti-Fascist and Anti-Imperialist.
You know you're covering up a trans flag here, with a trans flag. I'm just going to film myself from a distance over there. There we go. That's fair, isn't it?
Assumes the presidency.
Okay, he's up here for a long time. Got him and the trans person. He's going to be like chatting with them, saying stuff that's not funny. We'll skip forward a little bit.
I'm really getting covered by it now, aren't I? Two of us working together, look. Yeah. He keeps getting closer to me as well. I think he wants to be my mate. I'm always covered. What if I go like that? What if I go like that? Look at this, guys. Well, they do the best they can to hide me. Look. So if I go like, maybe like that, there you go. There you go. You can see it now. You can see it now. Yeah, I know. It doesn't look good when they try to do this to me. Oops. There we go. Oh, what's it up? Oh, you put me equipment.
Him dancing to Daz. Yeah. I'm glad I got that in the video, to be honest. There's a lot of, some of the clips in there, it's like, if you know what it is, then it makes it funnier, you know?
Right, if I start to move out of the way like that, how about that? How about we doing that, eh? It will not look good if you knock me off, mate. I'm just saying that. You've actually taken the space where...
Yeah, I definitely am gonna do more, like, you know, stuff about this guy. So, some of the past stuff is a bit harder to find. He actually had tons of videos that I think he's like hidden. Like almost everything on this channel is from since he started the trans thing. Is trans woman a noun or an adjective? I guess trans woman is a noun. Trans is an adjective. Yeah, so if you go to like oldest, like I think loads of stuff has been removed. And it's all like trans shit. And also shit like this here. He wants to say that he's not like transphobic. What the fuck are these videos? Bizarre. Kelly J. Keane. Yeah, apparently Kelly J. Keane wasn't happy with him for posting his footage of those two talking to that person. Because it was 90% like Kelly J. Keane arguing with someone. And Steve was just filming it. And then he got shit tons of views, like posting it on his channel. I think she's not quite sort of well versed in like the kind of IRL vlogger culture, which is that everyone gets their own footage and posts it, you know. But it's quite funny. Like she bitched about him a little bit, but it never came to anything, which is a shame. Where were we?
I was. I've actually taken my space. There we go. Let's go like that.
Dude, some of my viewership has been hating on Steve longer than I have. I started out being like, you know, give this guy a chance. Maybe he's all right. Maybe he genuinely believes the stuff that I agree with him on. but yeah.
There you go. There we go.
That wasn't it mischief pretty much from the beginning. It's been like, this guy's a fucking twat. This guy fucking sucks.
He's gone down now, he had enough. I don't see this as a victory. But persistence does work. We're going to start marching soon. Do you know what I mean? Can you just grab those? We're going to start marching now.
Okay, everyone. Give a massive round of applause.
Cheers, mate, thank you. Oh, yes, yeah. Oh, yes. We're ready for the march. All you've got to do is find the banners. You find the banners which are over there, and that's going to be the front of the march. Time for marching. How are you doing, Billy? Yeah, the march.
So yeah, once again, loads of men getting to the front of the women's march, apparently. You can say what you want about male people in there. But like, what are you doing? How is what you're doing any better, you know? We're probably too accepting. Well, I think you should try and like take people at face value and give them a chance. And if it kind of starts to become obvious that they're not actually learning or growing or actually getting worse, then it reflects. I don't like to make my mind up about people like instantly.
Do you know this is going to be the front of it? Yeah. It's supposed to be a women's rights march, but they're just displaying.
Yeah, I think they see fascism as bad for women. I think most normal people see fascism as bad for women.
Their colours. There you go. So-called Antifa. That's who they are.
I think he thinks I think he thinks that anyone that coins themselves as like anti-fascist or something is like part of Antifa. Like, I don't know, bro.
So I'll keep my distance. I will keep my distance. There's Kirk in the distance. He's going to stand in front of him with his cross. We're going to have a Monty Python moment. So this is Antifa disguised as a women's rights group. That's what we've got. Oh, he said, can you pull it down for us, mate? Thank you. He said my collar's up. It happens a lot. Cheers, pal. Thank you.
Yeah, you think he's using actors. I really need, like, Jesus Christ, it's going to involve a lot of just fucking watching his content all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it would be amazing to start finding people that are showing up to pretend to be, like, anti what he's doing and, like, spurg out and make fools of themselves. It would be amazing to catch some of that, but I'd need, like, proof. I don't have anything to go on right now.
I see that guy getting a little bit close to me. Oh, here we go. Let's walk. Let's walk. Let's walk. I'll keep my distance respectfully. What did you just say then? Did you use the F word? Here you go. Here's Kirk. Here's Kirk. So, here we go, guys. This is it. I don't know where they're going. I'll respectfully keep my distance. But every time, if I have anything to do with it, every time they get a picture of the front of their march, they're going to have to sign trans women are men.
I agree, like, they're talking about stuff that isn't women's rights, really. But at the same time, like, who's running this march? It'll be some, like, lefty group. This is just what they do. You know, it's not really about trans women either. And he's at the front making it about trans women. So everyone's, like, an issue there. I mean, the other thing is, like, women are, like, just slightly over half the population. There's an awful lot of different things that aren't strictly about women that do pertain to them, I guess. But I don't know, this is just what these protests are like. They're just like this. I'm not, like, far left enough that I'm really down with, like, half the shit. Like, some of it I agree with and some of it I don't. But it's just what they're like. It's just what you expect, you know?
Can you define what a woman is? No. How again? Do you want to pose here?
I actually disagree. I think he does kind of talk about the harm from men towards women. And he lumps, like, trans women in there, which I don't, you know, if someone wants to think that you're just your sex and that's it, and so trans women are men, like, people can think that, that's fine. I don't actually give a shit. But I think he does kind of talk about the harms from men to women, but I think he kind of over-eggs the pudding on that kind of thing. Like, when we talk about, like, trans women in women's spaces, the biggest concern is actually, like, women's comfort and privacy. When it comes to, like, rapes in bathrooms and stuff, that kind of shit is extremely rare. And quite possibly if you banned any male person from all, like, women's bathrooms, unless you actually plan on enforcing it somehow, which people aren't going to like, you're not actually going to stop those kind of assaults from happening, you know? The biggest problem is that it makes women uncomfortable. So he kind of goes way too hard on the, well, you know, men are likely to be predators, so any male person needs to be kept out, you know?
What's the angry brigade? Listen, I'm not a bad person. I am interested. I'll have a civil conversation with you.
I'm just a photographer, man.
Right. I know, but I'm guessing that you don't align with my thoughts and you're with these, which is fine. That's fine. Okay. It's like we're here again. This has happened quite a few times. Come on, mate. Let's have a chat. Come on. Why? That's how we resolve things, right? Through dialogue. Come on. You're sweet, Strong, I can tell. Because you're not angry. You're not angry. I think there's a massive straw man going on here.
He loves his, what? He loves his flattery, doesn't he? I'm noticing. It's always with the flattery. It's always the, oh, we're mates, aren't we? We're mates. Oh, it's that, like, over-familiar thing that I really fucking hate.
There really is. For those that don't know, look at what a straw man is. Straw man is when they misrepresent your argument and then attack you on that misrepresentation. It's a common thing.
Using debate terms IRL is a sign of potential pederasty. There you go.
I almost got a smile. Come on, there's got to be something in there. Come on, mate. I'm still hanging on to that we'll have a chat. Come on, we will have a chat. Please.
He interprets trans as a medium for male balance in general. Yeah, I think that's probably fair to say. I don't agree with him, though. I think there's some stuff he says around that maybe there's a point to. And I have, like, some broad agreements. But at the same time, like, he does overstate this shit a huge amount. And, like, he loves that Trans Crime UK site. But a lot of the people you see on it, if you go looking, like, most of these people are the most, like, early in transition or really not taking their transition seriously people that you've ever fucking seen in a lot of cases. And, like, I don't know, I can actually cut away a whole bunch of those, like, trans crime, like, examples. Because I don't think trans is innate. I think it's something you take on and become. And you weren't trans beforehand, so I was a man until I started living as a woman, if you think that being trans makes you a woman if you're male. You know what I mean? So any like, so-called trans woman that committed rapes whilst they were a man, to me that's not a trans criminal, because that person wasn't trans at the time. And I can do that because I don't see it as innate. And if we kind of had a more sensible, like, version of what trans was, we could say straight away, well, those people, they didn't do their crimes when they were trans. They came out as trans afterwards. It's quite possible they came out as trans afterwards because they're trying to get some kind of fresh start, or they have been caught and they're seeing if they can get a lesser punishment by potentially going the women's, you know?
Al, just listen. Al, look at that. Al, just listen. Well, you're the only one that's got something. You're the only one that's.
Bro, stop fucking chatting with the guy. Look where you're fucking going.
Smiling at me. No, everyone's really angry. But yeah, but it doesn't show that you're angry now. We can disagree but have dialogue, right? That way. We can. I can see there's something there.
I'm not going to listen to you, man.
I will, honestly. I will listen. I will listen. Seriously, trust me. Tell me what that means. I don't know what that means. Freedom. Well, I believe in freedom. Freedom of speech is the biggest thing. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Without harming anyone. Honestly, we've got stuff in common. We've got stuff in common. We've both got two eyes. I might have one eye if they keep poking me with this. Oh, I'm trying. All right. Would you like to chat?
Jesus. Oh my god. Just fucking walk, bro. Just fucking walk. Like, this is really the best place to try and have a conversation. What is he fucking doing? How long does this go on for? Because I want to get to the speech at some point. Oh, thank you, Nat Trevi. Yeah, for me, it was really good views. I want to do a lot more, like, scripted stuff and just use my streams for, like, looking into stuff that I'm interested in. I don't really want to keep doing the stream segment thing as a main channel thing, unless it's something that was really good.
Let me just,
yeah, letting them come to him. Do you want to have a chat? Do you want to have a chat? Hey, come and talk to me. Come and debate with me whilst we're marching and shouting. I don't do online debates for reasons, but that's what I'm all about.
There's not a lot in between those eyes, you can see. You can tell by looking at her, you know.
I really think that the kind of collapse of Steve, I think, has to happen this year. Like, this is getting so fucking self-parodic. It's insane. If I had to guesstimate this guy's IQ, maybe around 70. I reckon not enough to know better, but enough to memorize a few things about DSDs and memorize a few trans women who, you know, beat up women in fucking MMA or whatever shit.
That look, the other guy was smiling, there was something going on there. This one, very angry. Pardon? Get the fuck out of our march. Get the fuck out of your march.
Okay, no, this might be a bit more interesting.
Am I not free? Do you believe in freedom? You've just been shouting freedom.
It's International Women's Day.
Yeah, I know. And I'm standing up for women to have their sex-divided boundaries.
Can you fuck off? Don't come in our march.
Actually, no, I can't, because I've got freedom. Yeah? You're free to do this, I'm free to do this. It's all about freedom.
You're literally a man saying at the front of the International Women's Day.
Yes. There's actually men dressed as women part of this. They're pretending to be women. Why don't you have a word with them?
Why are you swearing at them?
There's literally men pretending to be women in this march. Yeah? Are you not concerned?
He's also fake gender critical as fuck, because gender critical people would never say someone's dressed as a woman, because they're against all that shit. They shouldn't think there should be such thing as dressing as a woman.
About that?
Like when all these TERFs like hang out with him and stuff, like gender criticals that think he's cool and stuff. They've no idea how like full of shit he is when he pretends to be like GC or whatever.
These men putting... They fucking march, get out! No, these literal men with dresses on. These literal men with dresses on back there. Yeah.
Revolution is alright!
Mate, come on, we can have a chat now while it's quiet. Mate, you know though, you know right, that there's men dressed up as women in this, don't you? Pretending to be women.
Men who feel they are women.
Yeah, they can feel that way.
Yeah.
Of course they can. I believe.
Gender is
I agree.
Feeling away.
It is. Man, you're so tall. You're right, I agree. You can feel like you're a woman, that's fine. But it doesn't make you one, does it?
Why not?
Because feelings don't override.
Steve is freedom maxing by dressing up as a Neapolitan ice cream on weekdays. Nice.
Fact or biology, do they?
But in society, that's all gender is. You know, trousers or a skirt. That's all gender is.
What,
it's not biology, though.
I know. So why
If Neapolitan ice cream was a Peaky Blinder.
are they using gender to cross sex-divided boundaries which are based on biology? Toilets, sports, prisons.
What's wrong with prisons?
Yeah.
Trans women get beat up in prison.
There's at least 5. I'll get to it.
Catch up, mate. Catch up.
So this isn't a very efficient model for having conversations, I guess.
Well,
Appreciate everything you do.
oh, thanks, mate. Thank you. Appreciate
Especially
it.
this. Fucking nuts. These people
I know.
are nuts. How do you stay sane?
And this.
The beard guy? Do you mean the bald guy, Alex Jardine, the one with like the tattoo on the back of his head? He was in my comment section about the shit with Mr. Menno and fucking English Ned. They were like bitching about me in the streets of Chester. And he came in my comment section to tell me I sound like a nonce. I told him he looks more like a nonce than I sound.
Well, they want me to react to them, so I'm going to do exactly what they don't want me to do. It's easy to remain calm.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, this guy's a fucking pillock. Isn't he on leave or something? He's based in like Stoke-on-Trent or something. And he works in the NHS, but he's like suspended because of his social media posts or something. Really dumb.
Have a couple of conversations with them, and they were, friendly actually.
Right.
Speaking.
Nice. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh, we nearly went left down to Canal Street there, which is Manchester's gay village. They almost took a left turn, but they didn't. Oh, here we go with the flags again.
I don't sound like a nonce. Oh, thank you. I'm too weird sounding. Someone like me, it would be too obvious, you know what I mean? The ones that are like really noncing it up are the ones that can blend into society.
Oh shit, that one's just fallen over. It's okay. She's alright. Oh, something's happening over there. It's that one in the pink top.
But the thing is, like people like English Ned, I really think a lot more of these people are going to go the same way of Charlie Veitch. Because Charlie Veitch is like banned from Manchester now, right? It's going to happen to more of these people. And I think shit like what happened after the Hannah Spencer speech are probably kind of indicative of that coming anytime soon. Like, it's a fucking plague.
It's that one in the pink top with the pink hoodie. One in the pink hoodie over there, where the police was trying to stop Kurt getting through. She's quite aggressive. Yeah, that one there. This one. Let's check out the rise. Let's show a look.
What's happened there? Okay, we got MKR. I know some of these people's names now. I shouldn't start calling them by their real names, but it's very tempting. It's very tempting. It's not hard to find them.
This one. Let's check
I don't know what was going on there.
out the rise. Let's shall we look in the rise.
Well, we've got English Chris. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
This one. Let's check out the rise. Let's shall we look in
So we've got English Chris here. We got Kelsey TV.
the rise. When they've got masks on, there's normally not a lot going on behind. I've got a smile then. Your glasses are steaming up.
What's this about? So on International Women's Day, there was like a march, you know, all the lefties marching and these people filming it because that's how they get content. For some reason, that's scintillating to people. There was, oh my God, look how short fucking Hugh is. He's a fucking midget. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so there was a speech by that Hannah Spencer, who's a new MP for an area called Gorton and Denton. She's a Green Party MP. And all of these lot are going to chase after her once she finishes her speech. Oh yeah, Welsh Chris. No, you're right. Wrexham Chris. There you go. Yeah, there was this speech. They all chased after her when she left, and she had to get taken away in a police car for her own safety. My brains don't work over here. AKA Rachel, I think her name is, she has music on the internet. My brains don't work was trying to be a musician like years ago before the pandemic. It's like, it's really generic, like slop, you know, someone kind of singing with auto-tune over like vague hip hop beats. There's this one song which is funny as fuck because it's like her singing. She's like a lesbian, like doing this lesbian pop star thing. Oh, I thought you're my baby, but I'm not sure. And then this like fucking American rapper comes in about like his Lambo and his like Escalade and shit. It's like so funny. Like, I don't think they thought through the collab very much. So it just doesn't make any sense. So I might find that later. It depends how much time we have.
Can you see? Do you want me to guide you? I'll help you. It's International Women's Day after all.
Yeah, English Ned is disgusting. I mean, I don't know if you saw the stuff in Chester with him like yelling at these parents, like taking their kids in and out of this fucking crafts event, which might have had the odd gay man in fucking makeup or something. So it was demonic. Like the way he was like intimidating the parents and shit like that. Show the song. I might in a bit. When my breaks don't work becomes more relevant, I'll come back to it.
I'll help you. Hey. Is that a kind of death threat? If I'm a fascist and they want to make me disappear, is that a kind of death threat? Definitely a straw man. Is this a women's demonstration or anti-war? No. It's kind of mixed messages, that's all. I don't know if you know.
Menno and Connie, yeah, I'm gonna get to that. Not today, probably. I have quite a lot of stuff to catch up on. I'm trying to I'd rather do streams that are mostly just focused on one thing each, if that makes sense. So that'll come up hopefully this week.
There's men dressed as women that are infiltrating this here. Men dressed as women. Here's this one here in the pink top.
Literally infiltrating this march. Oh, there's other people infiltrate. Shut up.
The aggressive one. The one with steamed up glasses. What you don't trip? Woman's place in the revolution. Listen, I'm all for standing up for women's rights against men invading their spaces.
Yeah, that is a death threat, the same way as saying, you know, there's no trans children or there shouldn't be any trans children is a death threat, you know. They don't mean they want to kill you.
That's kind of what I do. So we could be allies. We could be allies here, ladies. I don't know if they've seen that.
Why does he never just shut the fuck up? He's embarrassing himself.
Men dressed as women. There's men dressed as women in there.
Oh, is there men dressed as women? You haven't told enough people yet.
They're normally taller, so you can see the heads popping up. There's one there. He's got like a blue scarf covering his face. Oh, I saw you kicking it then.
No need to kick it. Don't touch the cross, girl.
Look at this girl here trying to trick the market.
I would 100% kick his cross, just saying.
We're going right. We're going right. Oops. Have you just put a sticker on me then? Did you just sneak up and put a sticker on me? Okay, someone sneaked up. I think they put a sticker on my back. Is it good? It was her over there with a green top on.
K is short for Kelsey, by the way. Kelsey.
Right, okay. I'm watching you. I'm watching you, right. You're the antagonist.
What kind of autism? Definitely like the kind that makes you extroverted. You get like super extroverted, like way too confident autists, and then you get the quiet ones who are, you know, they generally underestimate themselves. He's definitely the former, for sure.
Evil, revolution is alright, there's a sign, war harms us all. How are you going to have a revolution without war? What are you guys on about?
So many mixed messages, they don't know what they're on about.
Wow, Hugh really showed him, didn't he?
right.
No, Steve, can you name one revolution throughout history that did not involve some form of violence or war?
I probably can, actually.
Oh, go on.
So there was a revolution in Prague. I can't remember the name of it, but they went into the new square and they all, like, waved their keys to the houses because they couldn't afford them.
Yeah.
So look it up and put it on screen, but that's the only one I can think of.
He's got one.
I might have one.
They might be able to do something with their keys. Big man.
Maybe. Well, that's very rare.
Well, I think they mean overthrowing
Yeah,
the whole
I know,
system.
yeah, absolutely.
Just wanted to say, mate, well done for keeping your children on Cricket in the Gardens.
Oh, right, yeah.
Actually fucking wrapped you in a flag and
Absolutely.
to push you off. And
Yes, well done for keeping your cool.
It never looks good when you
This Jarmaine Unfiltered guy's a fucking loser as well, by the way.
but this is what I was saying, like, don't take the bait.
No.
Don't, like, they want to instigate a physical altercation so
Yeah, they're very good at that. That's the tactics. What they want to do is just prod you enough to react, and then you react a little bit more assertively, shall we say, than them, which could get you in trouble. You know, a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah, I just sort of stay in my space, use my elbows, just speak.
Yeah, that's it. My modus operandi is basically to stay calm.
Yeah, he's had a few apprentices. There was that Taylor dipshit that was in Nottingham who she seems like she's genuinely joined a cult. As in, like, rather than the whatever we're calling the TRA cult, like, full on joined like the fucking TERF cult. It's so weird.
Let them come to me, let them speak, and then ask the probing questions.
Let them come to what is it? It's like he's being interviewed on his tactics, having spent the whole time like, oh, do you want to speak to me? Do you want to speak to me? Like, what are you fucking saying, man?
And it just exposes the ideology.
Simple as well, like, this is why jiu-jitsu is a key life skill, because it teaches you to stay in stressful situations.
Well, jiu-jitsu 3, 4, 5 times a week even sometimes, and you're made to be uncomfortable. It's being used to the uncomfortable. This is a breeze compared to what's happening in jiu-jitsu. People are literally trying to choke you unconscious or snap your limbs when you're extremely fatigued. And if you can put up with that, this is a breeze.
Breathe,
yeah.
strangled.
You do jiu-jitsu as well, right?
I've done some.
Right, we should do some together. Let's do it, mate.
With the key.
Yeah. A very submissive protest because they've decided to go on the pavement, not the road. Look at the teamwork here with the lesbian.
Is that submissive or is it, what's the word? Considerate.
Cartel. Fantastic.
Whenever there's been protests down my way, it's always the gammons that like taking up the whole street. They did once, like the stand up to racism lot did once, when there was like a big march. Because the last time they'd been down here, some Muslim guy had a go at them. And they're not allowed down my street anymore, which is a very good thing, to be honest. I don't know, people don't understand. All these like hotel protests and stuff. You're not just radicalizing people towards your side, but also the other side. Because people live in these areas where these fucking protests are constantly going down. And they might not like what they see, you know. So I don't know. I think the hotel protests and shit like that are gonna serve to be a bit of an own goal, kind of long term, because people are gonna get sick of hearing about fucking immigration constantly.
What's going on over here? Hands off. Oh, so this is, I think, Andy Burnham's. This is Andy Burnham's offices. Okay. I'm going to go for a walk around the other side.
Yeah, Andy Burnham is going to become this guy's worst nemesis pretty soon, I reckon. When he and all his fucking dipshit mates all get banned from the city centre, he's going to be public enemy #1. You just know it's going to happen. There's going to be this massive thing about how he's like anti-free speech and it's all two-tier. They won't let me cause disturbances in public, but they'll let a fucking march go down. Well, they probably told the fucking council and shit that this was going to be happening in advance, so I don't know.
Come and have a look at the drummers. Yeah, so this is like Andy Burnham's office, I think.
I was raised on the aging laps of women whose ears bore gold like fruit, of which I'd pick between cigarette drags to taste what I could never eat whole. As a Romany woman, I learned from a very young age what it means to be at odds with the state.
I just squeezed past you, James.
I'm in the social services knocking at the door.
Thank you.
With my mother telling me it's my own fault for telling the Gorges anything about my life, or losing my grandmother in a death that was entirely...
That's fine, because
the nurses didn't report.
They're all over me. Look at them. They're all over me. Look at that. They're everywhere. It won't look good if you assault me, guys. It won't look good. I'm just saying. I'm used to being in uncomfortable positions. And if you try and attack my equipment, it will not look good. Okay? This is quite tight, guys.
He actually just cannot ever stop talking, I think. He's one of those people. There has to be some noise coming out of him, like at all times. I would not like... You imagine going to a pub with someone like this. And if there's a bit of a silence, like, I don't mind. I can deal with just being quiet for a minute. Like, this guy can't fucking take it. There's always got to be something to say.
Sorry, did you say get out of here? I can't, everybody's surrounding me. I'll go to the side, let me go to the side, I'll come out of the way. I'll go to the side. I'll get to the side, I don't want to be behind, I don't want to stop anything. Do not, do not touch my equipment. There you go, there you go. There you go, that's good. Look into the eyes, guys, look into the eyes. Look at this one here, look at that one. Look at that. There you go. That was a bit. Wow. That was a bit tight.
Well, he got fucking roamed there, didn't he? There we go. Brains don't work.
I thought they were going to try and snap the pole. Then that's why I brought it a lot smaller. You got them swearing and threatening me, didn't you? Okay, guys. So we're.
You got them swearing and threatening me.
That was a bit tight. A little bit.
Who even swore at him and threatened him?
Try and snap the pole, then that's why I brought it a lot smaller. You got them swearing and threatening me, didn't you? Okay, guys. So we're, I think, outside the offices of Andy Burnham, who's the mayor of Manchester, as most people know. So we decided to stop and do a couple of speeches. Maybe I tried to get in the middle of it, and as you saw, absolutely swamped me. So I'm out here now. Don't want to stop the speeches. I just wanted to stand there with my sign. So I'll wait for him to stand.
Chanting from his local pub, hey maybe, or local football stadium. A lot of these people, they just need fucking season tickets. Just get them somewhere where they can cheer on their team and shout at people who cheer on the other team. That's what so many of these people fucking need.
Moving again and then just take up the front. It's like a card, ladies.
What is this? Is this
well, they're supposedly standing up for women's rights, which is a good cause to stand up for.
International Women's Day.
It is, but they include all women, even those with penises.
Right.
The trans men, who I actually oppose because I don't think men should be going in women's toilets or women's. You disagree?
I have a good one, kitty cat.
Really? Would you honestly? You don't actually believe that a man can be a woman if he says so?
I believe anyone can be whatever the fuck they want. I don't actually think it's any of my business to decide what people can or can't be.
So are you into sports?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So what if a man decides to be a woman and then just says, right, I'm going to enter your sport, so because he's got.
Well, I mean, most sporting bodies don't allow it. So if it's a community thing, then hopefully everyone's on board with it, and if it's not that serious, it probably doesn't fucking matter. If it's elite sports, then it's not allowed in basically any sport anymore. So as much as I agree it's a bad thing, it's really a non-issue at this point.
The physical advantages of being a man, he beats you. I think that's fair.
That's a very good if you have a certain low.
There's so much more to it than that. There's so much more to it than that.
I don't think that people would do that just
You are a fallen fox.
for the sake of getting into.
They actually do. I could give you. No, it's not for the sake of it, but it's not fair for the women, is it?
I do also think that the sport argument is a very nuanced and very complex debate that's been happening for a really long time. So
it's not nuanced. It's straightforward. If you're a man, compete with men. If you're a woman, compete with women.
I think it is. It's a nuanced matter, but I think that isn't a fair basis to discuss the existence of the rest of transgender people and their existence in the world. I don't think that sports is.
I mean, I agree. It should be its own conversation. That's what people like me want. It shouldn't all be tied into what it means to be trans. It's just, well, if you're male, maybe women's sports aren't the place for you. Sometimes gender is what matters more, sometimes sex is what matters more. It's quite easy, actually, if you think about it.
Factor about whether you can or can't be a transgender person. I don't think that's
you can identify. I think you can identify.
Why don't we see a wave of entitled trans women invading women's sport? Well, trans people are much less likely to do sport in general. Like, if you think about it, it does make sense that there's not very many of them, and I still think it's an issue. I still don't think they should be in there, especially in like elite sport. But it is few people for a reason. Like, you think about the kind of male people that would transition to female, a lot of them aren't going to have been like sporty in the first place. A lot of them aren't going to have been the type that, you know, were part of the football team or whatever, get on with the lads and shit like that. So it's just, the group is just far less. It's a bit like gay people do sport. Well, gay men certainly do sport far less than straight men. Like, trans women are even less likely. So I agree it's an issue, but I think if you left it unchecked, maybe eventually it would build up to a point where more people would admit that it's kind of not a good thing. But in general, yeah, there's never going to be that many trans people entering these sports for sure.
However you want. Yeah. Absolutely. As long as you don't impinge on anybody else's rights, freedoms, or harm them. But a man going into a women's sports...
Yeah, there was that UN thing from a year or so ago. It was like 900 medals, almost 900 medals at the time, had been won by male people over females. To be fair, some of them were like, you know, really small things, you know, not very competitive things. But I mean, I still, you know, I lean on the side of, you know, women's sports should mean like female sports, you know.
Harms women. A man going into women's toilets harms women. You know?
It's harmful.
Yeah, it's not a big issue. It's very easy. It's very easy to say, you know, I agree it probably shouldn't happen, but at the same time, almost every sporting body has pretty much disallowed trans women in women's sports. Obviously, the shit that happened in America has happened. You know, like, it isn't a very big issue anymore. And I think we're kind of seeing sense on it. I wouldn't want to see people start pushing for more trans inclusion in women's sports. But there's a lot of stuff. It's a bit like the trans kids thing. Like, yeah, I also agree you probably shouldn't transition kids. At the same time, in the UK, you can't give children, like, trans-affirming care anymore. You can't give them any of the medical stuff. So it is all stuff that is kind of gradually being dealt with. And really, he is not like pushing the needle at all. He's just kind of jumping on. He's jumping on a thing that was already kind of happening. Because I saw the pushback to like trans people or like trans issues or whatever. I saw the pushback to that starting properly around 2022, around when that like Hogwarts Legacy game was coming up, and more people were talking about like sports and stuff again. And like, yeah, he's jumped on it when it's become very trendy, like with the Supreme Court and stuff like that. He's just like a person clinging on and getting a bit of fucking fame out of it, and it's going to die off sooner or later. So Steve has done like fuck all to actually like advance these issues. He's jumped on when they're already being like corrected to a certain extent. Oh, why did I private my streams? I want people to watch like the edited stuff. I might make them like members only or something, but I'm not sure yet. I'll work it out. And I'm leaving some public because there's some stuff that it's like, well, this was a dedicated stream about this thing or that thing, you know? So I'll work out what I want to do with like old streams and stuff. I should really go through my old content because quite a lot of that I don't know if I feel anymore. It's all like very, very anti-TRA until about 6 months ago. And then you see it kind of changing, but yeah, I don't know. It's a journey over time. And I'm always gonna get people like judging me for shit that I did like a year or 2 years ago, so I don't know, I'll see. Maybe I should just leave everything up, I'm not sure.
Men in women's toilets or transgender women in women's toilets is a perfectly appropriate thing. I've never in my life felt threatened by a transgender person being in my space or in my toilets.
Well, it's not happened to you, but the more and more this ideology goes on, the more and more it's going to happen. I can give you examples of where men identifying as women have gone into prisons and then sexually assaulted the female prisoners.
This is true. But there's rapists and stuff who are
we shouldn't make rules to enable them to do it, should we?
Like what are we talking about? Enabling who to do what? I'm sorry.
It's going to happen. I can give you examples of where men identifying as women have gone into prisons and then sexually assaulted the female prisoners.
Yeah, because trans women don't go in women's prisons anymore in the UK. That is like, there's like 5 of them or something. What is a TRA? Oh, TRA is trans rights activist. And when I started out, I was very anti that kind of thing. And I still am. I just have a very different viewpoint. Like, I want, you know, trans rights is important to me too. I'm trans. But I have a very different conception of it to the kind of the mainstream, I guess. And that's where I started from. But a lot of the gender critical stuff is also very excessive to me. So I've shifted towards talking about them an awful lot more, you know. What was I saying? Yeah, what is he saying is the issue here?
Of where men identifying as women have gone into prisons and then sexually assaulted the...
Yeah, because it's like, what is the prescription for this? Don't allow trans women in women's prisons. Well, they're not. Basically, none of them are, right?
Female prisoners.
This is true. But there's rapists and stuff who are not.
We shouldn't make rules to enable them to do it, should we?
But equally, if they won't understand why you're saying it's only bad. I understand why I'm pretty
Say that again.
I don't understand why it's only a bad thing.
Do you know what? Do you think that it could be more prevalent than you know or you've seen because they don't show it on the news? Go to.
I think it could be more prevalent than that.
Yes.
Well, it's not very prevalent because trans people are actually quite a small percentage of the population. So yes, there's going to be people that are trans that also have or are going to rape. But we're not talking about very many people, seeing as how the average trans person is not in fact a rapist, a bit like how the average man is not in fact a rapist, you know?
I would argue that that's actually a really prime point for the news to cover. Our news coverage is actually quite biased too.
I'll tell you what.
I think I'm not even anti like every activist. There are people that say stuff that I agree with for sure. It depends who it is and what they're saying. I just see a lot of bad shit on both sides. And people interpret, it's really annoying as well. People interpret when I say that as me thinking that both sides are the same. And that's really not true. I don't believe in fucking horseshoe theory and stuff like that. I don't think that's true. I think there's problems on both sides. And it's worth talking about both sides. But I don't think they're the same. I don't necessarily think TRAs at the moment are just as bad as, you know, like anti-trans or like far-right activists, you know?
No, he doesn't show it. Oh, you go to Trans Crime UK. Just type that in. Have a look at that. Okay.
There you go, Trans Crime UK. Wow.
Go to Trans Crime UK. Right.
I just got a video of this guy basically saying, he said, women, TERFs are fascists.
Yeah.
And then I said, what do you do with fascists? And he said, well, you know what I do with fascists? And I said, what?
This guy doesn't sound right. Fucking hell.
This guy basically saying, he said, women, TERFs are fascists.
Yeah.
And then I said, what do you do with fascists? And he said, well, you know what I do with fascists? And I said, what? And he said, get rid of them. And I said, how do you get rid of them? And he said, by any means necessary.
Right, okay.
And I said, does that include violence? And then a girl next to him
Steve, these people insinuated violence in my direction.
said, you're being recorded.
I know you, I'm sure. Did you go to the Stockport Pride event a few years ago?
Yeah, I go to it every year.
I've interviewed you before at the event. I have. We had a really good chat. It was, I think it was 4 years ago. No, it wasn't 4 years, only 3 years ago. You look really colourful. You had maybe a purplish hat on or something like that.
I've got loads of hats.
Yeah, right. Because you're a man identified as a woman. I get that. That's fine.
No, I'm not.
Are you not? No. So how would you describe yourself?
I also don't identify as a woman. I reject the whole identify thing.
I just like to be somewhat effeminate.
Yeah, that's it. Well, all right.
Oh, so this person is like, I'm a man. I'm just feminine or whatever.
Well, you just want to be effeminate. That's great. But,
That's great. Okay, that's Steve approved. Okay.
what do you mean? Listen, we're having a great conversation here. I mean,
Yeah, the eyeliner's a lot. I don't know. If you're like one of those eccentrics and this is just like your style, I don't necessarily have a problem with it. I wouldn't go around looking like this myself, but it's different, you know. It's this person's thing, I'm guessing.
yeah, because masculinity and femininity is on a spectrum, right? Yeah, that's good.
I mean, there's physical.
I guess a cross-dresser. Usually cross-dresser insinuates you do it at home when your wife's not around or something, digging into her knicker drawer. But I guess there's one way of putting it.
Masculinity and physical femininity, which are almost completely determined by biology. There are a few intersex people and things like that, but it's almost it's almost determined by biology. But we are humans; we're not just animals.
No.
So, our gender, we can be innovative about what gender means.
Right.
We have the right to be philosophical about it and innovative about it.
Yeah. Do you, yeah, that's fine. I say people can be who they want to be, identify as who they want to be, as long as that doesn't affect anybody else.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking believe this. Not when trans people walk by and he's like, oh, check their hard drive because they fucking looked a certain way. Not when he gets up on a statue and he's like, oh, I'm going to play Spot the Trans Woman. It's like, no, you're pathological. You can pretend not to be pathological. And like, he code switches like a motherfucker as well, by the way. I watched, I think it was the last stream I did because I did a late stream. I watched this one thing where like this woman comes over and starts going on this like homophobic as fuck rant. And he's all like, yeah, no, I agree with you. And his fucking dipshit mate, he speaks freely. He's like, oh, what a great woman. Like, shut up. But like, later on in that video, a gay guy comes over and being like, you know, oh, I see a lot of problems with like the trans shit as a gay guy and stuff. And he's like, yeah, no, I agree. I'm pro-gay and stuff. It's like, you were just agreeing with like the most homophobic woman I've heard in fucking time. He like switches up so much. He will talk differently to someone like this than like other people, guaranteed. If someone's going like insane, oh, trans women should all be put in fucking asylums, so we're nodding along with that kind of shit as well, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of my things is that people use a gender identity to cross sex-divided boundaries. What are your thoughts on that?
They do what, sorry?
They use their gender identity to cross sex-divided boundaries.
I don't even know what that means, I'm gonna be honest. How do you use a gender identity? I guess the only way is like if you get accosted, be like, no, I identify this way. But that doesn't really work anymore, I don't think.
Use the
somebody's self-declared gender.
Yeah.
So a man who identifies as a woman, says he's a woman, that's his gender identity.
Yeah.
But he uses that to cross sex-divided boundaries, so going to women's toilets.
Right. You know what? I actually, in my experience, I've seen very little about that. I've seen very little of that. You know, sort of those who are biologically men and identify as women. Like,
I guess, I don't know, how do I put this? He's like wrong but right, but kind of very wrong. Like, people aren't, like, trans women aren't, like, doing things to use women's spaces. Maybe you've got the odd one that is motivated by wanting to be in a toilet around other women and has some fucking fetish or something. In general, the women's spaces, it's, like, part of it. It's part of being regarded as the other sex in society. Like, if you're seen going in and out of a women's toilet, that's, like, part of it because... you know, that loads the dice or whatever in your head, thinking, oh, that must be a woman because they're going in and out of women's toilets and they look a certain way. The end game is very rarely we're doing this to go into women's toilets, and plenty of like trans people will either avoid, you know, public spaces altogether or use third spaces or even use the men's occasionally, like trans women, because like some of it's like more trouble than it's worth.
Really strongly, you know, insisting on getting into women's spaces. I mean,
but it does happen, right?
Yeah. I mean, it probably does, but I personally haven't witnessed it.
Right. Okay.
I don't see it. Right. It's not something I see.
Yeah, but that's because you. I'm taking it you don't go into women's spaces.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's it. So that's it. We're aligned with each other. You're in touch with your feminine side. You don't invade women's spaces. Fantastic. But there are men that do that.
You don't invade women's spaces.
Yeah, there are, yeah. And
I know you've seen little of it, but they still do.
I do believe.
The thing is, it's like, well, it depends on the harm caused. You can't just say any, like, he will say shit like any male person that goes in a women's toilet is a predator, and that just isn't true. Like, it depends on what they're doing. Most of them probably look the part enough that people can't tell anyway. And you only know because you know it's the thing that broadly happens. If you're not making anyone uncomfortable, then what's the problem, you know?
Because, you know, I do believe it. Because, I mean, I've been online on social media forums and stuff like that. And I do know how radical some of the trans activists can be. So I will believe it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Right.
I have no doubt. I have no problem believing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, feminized males. Yeah, suddenly the feminized male is fine, you know? If this person just walked past Steve and, like, looked in a way towards him, like maybe had a bit of resting bitch face going on that day, looked towards him, maybe looked a bit sour or something, Steve would 100% be shitting on him behind his back. Same with fucking Mr. Meno. Same with that Iranian person he and Mr. Meno were talking to that one time. Same with me.
It happens. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks very much for your time. I appreciate it. We chatted like, I think it was 3 years ago at the Stockport Pride event.
All right.
And you give a very good account of yourself as well.
All right. Similar to what I've said now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Right. Anyway, nice one. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like me and this person would probably get on. We could be friends.
Welcome to you. If you recorded it, you're welcome to use it.
Thank you so much. All right. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye. Yeah, so we did a bit of a documentary a few years back on Stockport Pride. There's a lot of the pup playboys and stuff.
Oh, what? So, like, I don't know. Wait, where was... I think I've seen this. I can't remember. I need to watch it again, I guess. And this will be that person there. But he's putting this person in the thumbnail. That must be the same person. I'm sorry. There is no way. That has to be the same person. He was just, like, being all pally with that person. But then he puts them in the thumbnail next to, like, a drag queen talking to a kid, which, I mean, this, you know, I didn't like this whole thing very much, but, like, this isn't the end of the world. And then, like, the dog mask and shit. You're presenting him as, like, part of the problem. When you're, like, being nice to his face. It's, like, fucking gross.
Like that there. And I spoke to this guy and he was really nice. Right, ladies, let me give you a card. Scan that. Right. Well, they're saying that they stand up for women's
Hi, children.
rights, which is fine. Yeah. You know, that's a good cause to stand up for, but they include all women in that, meaning those women who have penises.
Yeah, say no to the sweetie man. No to the sweetie man, okay? Let me just censor my thing. We don't need children on screen. Say no to the sweetie man. Don't take anything from him. It's probably got drugs in it.
Decide for yourself, ladies.
At the same time, it is a bit embarrassing, like telling people who they should and shouldn't talk to. That doesn't often come across well, to be honest.
Honestly, decide for yourself. Look at that. Decide for yourself. Honestly, take it. I did it for you. Yeah. They want men in women's spaces, so men who identify as women, she wants...
But it's only trans people that are ever indoctrinating kids, right?
Those men in your spaces.
Been like a fucking theatre, then,
I know.
didn't she?
Look at her. Yeah. Well done there. Well done. Yeah.
Don't use your own mind.
Yeah. Do you know what she said? He's a very dangerous man, she said to those girls. Yeah.
I was literally stood next to him and he said, here's my card, make up your own mind by all means. And he was came running up like, making out this
I said literally, she wants men, you know, that identify as women in your changing rooms, in your toilets. Oh, I saw that. I felt it, I should say.
You gotta keep moving, man, for a walk.
I was. I am. See, you're doing it on purpose. You're doing it on purpose, aren't you? It doesn't look good. I'm a what?
You can't take little tap.
No, I can't. I can't.
He is a wet wipe, to be fair.
Go on.
You're physically insulting me. Yes. Every time you touch me.
Wet
wipe, apparently, Stephen.
And again, there he goes again. Oh, is that what it? Yes. I'm getting old now. I'm frail. I'm very frail. I know. You should look after your elders and respect them. You should be looking after old men, not attacking them.
You are pathetic, man. I'm not attacking. Grow up, honestly. If you're 60 yards, grow up and act like it.
I should.
60, isn't he like early 50s or something? He looks older. He's like decently younger than my mum. He doesn't look younger than my mum.
You've done it again?
Trying to direct 100 odd people, you fucking idiot. Go over there.
She's purposely walking into me.
This man got all of these here.
Look again.
Here for women's rights, and there's only this man here that can tell us what a woman is.
Oh, we're going over on the steps. We're on the steps. That's where we're going. Can you, when we get there, can you help me up the steps, please? Oh, watch where you're going with that pole. Thank you. I appreciate it. Where do you want me to stand, boys? Where do you want me to stand? I'll stand in a minute. He actually smiled then. I got a smile out here. That's made my day. That's made my day, mate. Made my day. Let's just bring that.
So this was before the Hannah Spencer thing, I'm guessing. I thought it would be at the end of this video. He has another... The thing is... Do you know what I've learned? I've learned that this guy actually deletes videos fairly often. And weirdly, often these videos are ones that I've criticized. Like, you know, I have a short on my channel, and it's him calling men feminine and feminized as a pejorative, intercut with him pretending that he cares about like the plight of effeminate gay men, alongside Mr. Menno and a person from Iran. I can't find that video anywhere now, the original, where he's saying all that shit. I can't find the one with the priest. I don't know if possibly it's just coincidence and a lot of these are ones where like, what is it? Where like people have done privacy complaints or whatever. You can't find, so this live isn't here anymore in Chester. So we don't have the bit where Mr. Menno had his camera and was like talking to us as shites. I suppose we've got it here, but he's got his own footage. There's an awful lot of stuff that's like missing now. This part 3 of Oxford is still here. I've criticized this one a lot. But yeah, he deletes a lot of stuff. So we need this one as well.
There's no need for violence, is there? No need for violence. Oh, maybe then. Maybe. You're facing it, because most of our communication is non-verbal, isn't it? You know, it's about 80-90% of communication is non-verbal, I reckon.
I find it very difficult to believe that Steve has ever communicated non-verbally. Like, even if he's like giving a sign to someone with his eyes or something, he's probably saying it out loud anyway.
I said there's no room for violence, you rolled your eyes or lifted your eyebrows, just like that, as if to say, well, maybe there is room for violence. You know, I don't think we solve anything through violence. You said, you know, they're fighting against war, they're saying no to war. War's violence. We should have violence.
Dude, almost no one is anti every single part of violence ever, every single kind of violence ever. Most people probably believe that there is a point at which political violence is justified. You know what I mean?
Well, I saw the expression, I saw the smile, so there's something in there. There's something in there.
Who's Andy Cabb?
Somewhere, mate.
Has he got a soft...
Oh, is that your name for Steve?
Oh, sorry. I don't know, there's something in there, you know. We'll go for coffee afterwards if you want, just you and me, have a chat. You know, put our differences aside over a mocha, maybe. Can we go about no?
Oh, he rolled his eyes.
I'm a non-violent guy, mate, I'm non-violent. Absolutely non-violent. You know? Yeah. All right. I won't stay trying to engage with you, don't want to engage. You know, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll move on. Where's that lady that's a Russian doll? Because I've chatted to her before. I've chatted to her before. She's all... I've chatted to her before. Mate, do you want to have that chat now? I think you're all right, genuinely. I think you're all right either way. You're different from me, sir. Because the way that you smile and engage. There's something there. There is. Listen, I'm not going to stay around and have...
Andy Capp is a comic book character from one of our processed corn snacks. It's meant to sound like handicap, right? I'm gonna... Hang on, let me look this up now. That is a good name for him. That is a good name for him. Steve versus marriage shoe debate. I would talk to Steve anywhere, anytime. I would love to show up somewhere where he is. Let me show you what I'm looking at. It's quite funny, actually. I might have to use that. I might have to steal that one. Nuts.
So you're anything like that. It's not my style, mate. But I think you're all right underneath. Okay, I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I would talk to Steve. It's just I wouldn't know if he showed up in my neck of the woods. I'm like nowhere near where he is based. I don't really have the funds or the inclination to travel for fucking hours and hours and hours just to try and fucking find this dipshit. You know what I mean?
I respect that, mate. We met at Drag Queen Story Hour, remember, in Bolton?
I don't like something like that.
Okay, but we did meet, remember? Do you not remember me? Come on, you were nice.
Now I'm just going to stalk this woman until she says hello to me.
They're protecting that bloke there, pretending to be a woman. Don't swear at me. They're protecting that man trying to be a woman. That's what's going on. That's what's going on.
What would you do? You know, the question is, what would you do with all of them?
But he doesn't do online debates. I did think about reaching out to him and talking to him, like, online. But then I saw a clip of him. So he was outside the Graham Linehan trial, and he was hanging out with these, like, TRA ultras. There's this woman called Julia Long and another one called Venice Allen. Like very, very hardline TERFs. And the way he talks about, like, trans people that want to talk to him, it's always this kind of, oh, they think they're women, but they're saying, like, some of the right things. And that's all we can ever be to someone like that. So I kind of didn't really want to after that. And I'd much rather try and get him in the street and, like, you know, do it that way.
Snatch that coat off.
I certainly wouldn't like that.
Don't wrap your coat around me.
I don't think that's the only thing that
If you assault somebody else,
many things
you have to get more extreme than about it, maybe.
Well, I mean, how do you think people should resist a Holocaust? How do you think that should happen?
Soon Holocaust happening.
Would you have said that in the Warsaw Ghetto, when Polish Jews stood up against Nazi oppression, would you have said they should have been more kind?
Who, the Polish Jews? Well, I mean, they're trying to just fight to survive, weren't they, and stuff like that.
Nazi argument. Everyone's arguing to survive. Everyone's trying to get by, and that's all that matters in this world.
Yeah, fair point.
You know what? I'd much rather people take the piss out of me than they do anyone else. So you know what?
I don't want to take the piss out of you or anything. I think you've got some nice attire going on.
Thank you, Dad.
We have met before. I wanted to chat
Oh, he's learning from the master, isn't he? The flattery shit is disgusting.
with you. Remember Bolton Drag Queen Story Hour?
Yes, I do remember.
You remember it?
Yeah.
Right. So there was.
It would have been funnier to be like, nah, no idea, mate. Nah, you're not very memorable.
Guys from Patriotic Alternative there,
Yeah,
and they give a leaflet out to me.
Yes,
right?
it's about the Goyim Defence League.
Yeah, and you wanted a copy of it, and I says, well, I want to keep it, and you're saying, no, you keep it off me. But I'll let your friends take a photo of it.
Well, it was to happen
Goyim Defence League.
because we had to do a legal proceeding against that man.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but I'd let them do it. You know, I wasn't hiding that information. It was new information for me as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was.
Kelly J. Keane got kicked out of Woman's League. Yeah, I saw a bit of her live, and she was being obnoxious as fuck. It wouldn't be surprising to me. She's a Muslim. Isn't she Romani? Is that the woman that said she was Romani?
In the streets.
Right.
I don't think she's a Muslim. She's wearing like a headscarf. That doesn't mean she's a Muslim.
Right, okay. But I interviewed you. You chatted to me. We did.
Yeah.
You talked to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice.
Yeah, but we talked once. Yes, we get it, Steve. We get it. You talked once. You're capable of having a conversation that doesn't devolve into insults with someone. Congratulations.
That's why I wanted to try and chat to you again.
I mean, I wouldn't say that situation was nice. It was very.
No, it's nice to chat.
Yeah.
Because we just had a disagreement about having men in dresses or short skirts talking to young kids and trying to influence their minds. That was why I was there. Seb Samuel, okay, you know, Ada HD, Seb Samuel was amazing.
I know Steve has done events with Turning Point UK. I don't know about his other funding. He does like to bring up the kind of funding thing when it comes to like trans rights shit. Which is not that he's not right about any of that shit, but it's like, you know, everyone is funded by someone. It's not really very indicative of like a conspiracy to say, oh, well, this rich person funded it. Yeah, there's rich people funding all kinds of shit, you know.
The main guy that did it, right, he said the main purpose of Drag Queen Story Hour was to embed LGBTQ values into young children.
Right. So I guess what I would put to you is that, like, for example, you know, people are very hyper-fixated on trans people and the...
Yeah, and this is another issue that is kind of being dealt with. The fucking Labour Party have been saying we probably shouldn't be teaching kids about everyone having a gender identity and stuff like that, which I agree with personally. I don't think everyone does have a gender identity. It's a kind of thing that you have to be in a certain mindset to start thinking about, and most people just don't think of things that way. They're just one or the other. And even some trans people don't really see it as like they have an identity. I don't have an identity. I'm just me. Who I want to be is like female, and I can't be that, so I'll be the next best thing, which is something that vaguely resembles one, you know?
To young people. But something that I would argue is that there's much greater issues. For example, there's paedophiles that have been shown within the Epstein files. All those empower Donald Trump, but people propel his imagery everywhere. And it's like, he's a paedophile, man. Like, do you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people are fixated on the issue of trans people when talking to kids. But actually, the people that have been exposed for actually doing paedophilia and all sorts.
Ariel Scarcella is extremely dumb. That is very true.
It's actually those in power. Those that people propel around.
Oh, yeah, there's a crucifix there. I didn't see that. I miss a lot of stuff.
Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, all of them. Where's the justice for them girls?
I think if anyone's a paedophile, they should be brought to justice, anyone. I don't think, though, we should allow men dressing up as women access to young
Van Man Talks. I did see that. I might have a look.
children, specifically if, as Seb Samuel stated, he wants to embed LGBTQ values into young children. I think you shouldn't introduce...
Who is Steve's new sidekick? That's Alex Jardine. He's been hanging around Steve like a bad smell for like a long fucking time.
To children.
But do you take kids to pantomime?
Pardon?
Do you take kids to pantomime?
They're not trying... What you're doing, you're conflating something here.
I'm not.
I know what you're trying to do with that.
It's not that. What I'm trying to argue is that, like, for example, I think there is just much bigger problems that people decide to wear people call themselves. At the minute, what we're struggling with is a mass versus genocide in Gaza. There's people in Iran that are suffering, getting bombed out day by day by the US, Israel, what have you. Those things are happening as we speak. Now, I don't believe that the biggest threat to human society as we stand and breathe is that of trans people, who are largely here also, by the way, fighting for liberation of others and all sorts. And I think the basic thing is human dignity and respect. And I think that, like, people are deserving of that. At the end of the day, I lost a good friend of mine 2 years ago. She was a young trans girl from Rochdale, 20 years of age, died in her flat alone, overdosed. It was disgusting, it was horrific. Now, when she died and we went to her
Yeah, there's a lot of drug problems in the trans community, for sure.
Funeral, the family refused to use the name and the pronouns that she chose in her life. And the thing is that when someone's dying moments and you actually get down to the actual situation of trans people and the real lives of people, which is what I deal with day by day, I look after young people myself, of all creeds, of all backgrounds, and I see every day the level of struggle that these young people face. Now, when I lost her 2 years ago, it obliterated my life. And the thing is that she would come to protests like this and be harassed by whoever. Grown men who have cameras who could do far better than
Yep, still happening now.
harassing a young girl.
Every time there's like a TRA march, much as I disagree with them, as much as it makes me sick listening to other trans people shout about fuck assimilation, when assimilation is the whole fucking point, and it has to be. If you disagree, then go and not be part of society and shut the fuck up, quite frankly. As much as I feel that way, it is disgusting how whenever they have those kinds of protests, there's always like people filming them, shouting shit at them, threatening them. We've seen it over and over. People aren't doing that to like the women's rights things. People aren't doing that to other groups. It's always fucking Palestine marches and like trans marches. They're the ones getting fucking hounded. They're the ones getting shouted at and filmed and shit.
Well, they shouldn't harass them, and I wouldn't do that. For the most part, I stand off at the back. I only approached you because we'd spoken before, and I wanted to let you know that, and we had a good conversation before.
And the thing is that a loss is a loss.
Yeah, she's like crushing it.
She's gone.
But have you listened to the stories of the detransitioners?
So the thing is though, darling, is that like detransition does happen. It does happen for people, yes. And like I would argue for you that it's a very small percentage of people that.
Yeah, detransition is bad. We don't really let kids do any of the permanent shit anymore. That's going to help drive that down for sure. It's all stuff that is, you know, being dealt with. It's all stuff that there was movements towards dealing with it long before Steve ever started talking about trans issues. He is such a fucking Johnny-come-lately. Like, how long before his shit did I start my channel? Like, a decent while ago. AV Audits. I've not heard of them, no.
Need that. And also the argument of hormones, like for example, you know, I've been put on hormones before because of women's issues of PCOS, like estrogen, whatever. And a lot of these things, like when you start regulating them and brandishing everything as an all-inclusive thing, you also eliminate the fact that it's also applying to a lot of other people that aren't trans at all. And the thing is that most of my friends, are young trans people. I see are young trans people.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and like they go through suffering day by day. What's that?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to. I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's the International Detransitioners Awareness Day, which is the 12th of March this year. It's the biggest collective.
Oh, he's saying it's the 12th. Who lied to me? Who's getting banned? I'm joking.
Of detransitioners to ever happen.
So if it's the 12th, I can still do a thing, even though I don't know. I haven't spoken about detransition in a while. I feel bad for these people. Obviously, if you're an adult, the hope is that you're informed when you made the decision to transition. So when you're detransitioning, it's kind of you've made that decision and it's what it is. There are some that get like butchered and shit like that Richie Herron. I feel bad for people like that. I think the big issue around detransition is that some of them are children. You know what I mean? Some of them were children when they made that decision, which is really not necessarily a decision that children are like mature enough to make, considering how like permanent the changes can be. That's where the issue is when it comes to like detransition, is that some of them transitioned in childhood and have grown up a bit and are now realizing it's not right for them, and now they're irreparably changed,
in the world, and it's in Washington DC. I'm flying over there to speak to them. I don't just stand on the streets with this. I interview people. I've interviewed people who identify as trans. I've interviewed detransitioners. And I think it's really important, and their story needs to be heard. So I'm literally flying over to Washington DC on Tuesday to go and bring these detransitioners' stories to the public. So that's what I do. But a lot of people that are trying to promote transgender.
That's today. He's going to Washington DC today. Nice. Well, that gives it time for my video to get a few more views, you know what I mean? Get a few more people wise to him. All I want to see, honestly, I just want to see one person bring some of the shit that I mentioned in my video. I think it'd be fucking epic. Like, I don't think realistically, I think the best way is that no one talks to this fucking idiot apart from people that agree with him. So it's like that kills his content there and then. I think that's the best way, genuinely. I don't think it's human nature for everyone to just see him and walk on by. So the best I can do, if someone is inclined towards that kind of thing anyway, they might as well have the best chance of actually like fucking with him on his own shit,
Say it's just a small amount of people. They say it's just a small amount of people.
What am I trying to do?
Ned going mental over something after the speech. Was this on the next video? We're gonna see. Listen, if you're talking more about the Hannah Spencer stuff, we're gonna get to that pretty shortly.
It's all right. What's this about? Oh. She's gone. She was listening then.
Yeah, she's gone. Well done.
Listening. And then was she trying to get it?
She was going to grab your camera.
Right. Thanks for looking after the camera for me, guys.
Looking at the camera.
Yeah. Right, yeah, I'm going to... Let me take these off. And, guys, that's it. Thank you for joining. I'll keep the cameras rolling on the way back to the station, as always, because you never know if any one of these are going to...
Wait, was this after? This was after the... I'm so confused. So the Hannah Spencer stuff happened. This was afterwards? I can't tell. I can't tell. Well, that's this. The next thing is... Yeah, he never shares the locations. To be honest, I kind of understand it, you know. Yeah, okay, so this is the next thing. We're going to end up looking at a bunch of different, you know, videos from a bunch of different people. Because there's some quite contentious stuff that happens during this. So we're going to see Hannah Spencer, the Green MP for Gorton and Denton, recently elected in a by-election. You know, I'm a Labour supporter myself. I'd rather see them win, but Green is certainly better than fucking Reform. And the other thing is, the Reform candidate was fucking Matt Goodwin, who is an utter bellend, like actual fucking loser, is what that guy is. So, you know, fair enough. But yeah, she's going to do a speech. This might not have been Women's Day. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, she's going to do a speech. And he's going to get involved, because obviously he is. And then he's going to chase her down with a bunch of other people. There's going to be violence that breaks out. It's going to be crazy. We're going to see My Brains Don't Work get rattled. And I might even show you one of her songs as well, because she made music before the pandemic, and it's pretty bad. So yeah, I don't know. Like the stream. Don't forget, you can super chat on YouTube as well as on Streamlabs. You can give a super sticker. You can gift memberships or join the channel on YouTube. Check out the links in my description. I have Patreon. There's not much gained from it except supporting me a different way to YouTube. So you can if you want. You can, what else? Support me on Streamlabs. You can check my music out. I make music. The man in the van. Yeah, we're gonna see it from a bunch of perspectives, because they're gonna say that My Brakes Don't Work got punched, and it didn't look like that to me. But yeah, anyway, let's get into this. So we'll see the speech and then the shit that happened after, and we'll be able to look at a bunch of different perspectives on this.
Hannah, quick word. Can a woman have a penis, Hannah?
So yeah, very high IQ. If you could say one thing to a new MP, what would it be? Can a woman have a penis? Okay, bro.
Are trans women? Do you think women deserve female-only spaces? Do you want to get off me? Stop pushing me! Stop! I think they made me look. Scum! Yeah, this is the war on freedom of speech.
This is the left, you guys.
Okay, guys, something very special is about to happen.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards she didn't get punched, and she did punch someone else. We'll show MKR, who very interestingly always points the camera away whenever Breaks gets into an altercation, probably in case her stupid fucking girlfriend does something stupid, which she definitely did, but hey. But they're all making it out. Oh, this female YouTuber got punched. It's like ridiculous. I mean, that's this person right here.
Hannah Spencer.
Okay, I think my girlfriend's back for real. I'll be back in like 1 or 2 minutes. Like the stream. No. apologies. Here we go.
Has just arrived and she's going to chat, so
Coming out today. Thank you.
There she is, look at that. There you go, we've got Hannah Spencer there.
Right.
So.
I know you've all been waiting for this, and I'm guessing I don't really need to say much about our final speaker.
Oh, did somebody just hit me there?
Crowd gathering.
Who just hit me?
There's a bunch of people here who have forgotten.
Did I hear someone do something to him? And I thought, Jesus Christ, man. He's in my head. What happened there?
Our final speaker.
Oh, did somebody just hit me there?
Crowd gathering.
Who just hit me?
There's a bunch of people here who have forgotten what event they're at, but the rest of us are going to be here to listen to Hannah. Our newest MP.
Call him a tit.
Are you getting in my space, mate? Is this?
No longer our plumber, I guess.
Link arms. Link arms.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for coming out, and yeah, I know I see lots of familiar faces who I've seen a lot.
Look at this guy. Look at this man pushing me here.
I always will be Hannah the plumber, but now I'm Hannah Spencer MP. Yeah, it's incredible.
This is amazing.
It's
Look,
not
I've
just
got loads
about
of
me
friends.
as an individual,
Look,
and as a person. It's about a movement. It's about a movement of people coming together, finding common ground, getting together, working together, mobilising and defeating politics of hatred and division. And last week we did exactly.
Yeah, here's the thing. If I met Steve, I would be able to like look straight forward and not be able to see him and just be like, where the fuck's he gone? Where's he gone? I'd be able to do that. I'm not even that tall. I'm like 5'10".
We showed greater
Dressed like a toddler. Hang on.
Manchester at its finest, and we kicked out people who
Is that toddler wear? I don't know.
are here to stir hatred.
Come on, mate. Look at this one here.
I want the Pakistani rain gangs.
No, she's wearing like a coat. I don't know. This is fine.
We know how proud we are in this city of welcoming people from anywhere when they need help, and whether that is someone who was born here or someone who came here because they are fleeing all sorts of things that I could never imagine. These people are our neighbours, and we look after each other here.
Yes.
Oh my god, bro. Are you actually serious?
Do you look after little white girls that get mass raped by Pakistanis?
Do you hear what he said there? Do you look after little white girls that get raped by Muslim Pakistanis or Pakistanis, whatever? Fuck me, man.
And we know we are not a poor city.
Like, this is the guy who's on leave from his job because of his like homophobic and transphobic and racist like social media posts, apparently. I'd love to look more into that. Maybe one day I'll be able to find the kind of shit that he was posting that got him in trouble. Because this guy's a fucking knobend. I would actually love to like do a bit more of an investigation on him for sure. But like, but yeah, it's like you're shouting this kind of thing. Oh, that's going to help you get your job back, isn't it? Okay, so you work at the NHS and then you have to care for a Pakistani person and they find out you say shit like this. Going on about the grooming gangs. Like, when was that a talking point? When was that a talking point?
We are not a poor country. We live in the shadows of skyscrapers that are flying up with property developers who have their hands in the pockets of people who always seem to do well while everyone else struggles. And in this by-election, we showed that we can come together, we can elect normal people from normal backgrounds with experiences that we all feel. And we showed time and time again when the politicians were coming after us to spread misinformation, disinformation, lies, and
I've seen this bit already. I forgot about this.
truths, that we overcame that.
I bet he hears this all the time. Silly little man. I bet he hears this all the time.
And we did that by finding common ground, by recognising each other as human beings, and by sticking together.
I mean, it's not very boilerplate. It's a perfectly fine speech. It's not like she's talking about like trans shit specifically. But then because it's the Green Party and because Zach Polanski has admittedly the most retarded, like, woke version of like trans beliefs possible, obviously she's going to get the kind of flack from someone like this. I have no idea what she thinks about like trans shit. The hope is it's not really much of a focus. I think honestly the left's best bet is to, you know, we care more about real shit, you know.
And as I took a seat on those green benches in Parliament this week, I looked around and I listened to other politicians.
I'm being silenced.
Mate, he's like speaking to say he's been silent. Wait, what are you doing?
Egos for their own.
I mean, this is the longest I've seen him not talk in quite a while, but Jesus Christ.
Who are there for the theatre of booing and hissing at each other, and then they'll all have a laugh and a giggle in the corridors afterwards. And I sat there and I thought, this changes, and it changes now. And it changes by me getting my...
Yeah, he's protecting women. That's why he harassed a female MP.
...foot in the door and keeping that door open for the rest of us to come through. How we will defeat the elite and the establishment whose only goal is to turn us against each other, and we refuse to be divided. So in the next few weeks coming up for local elections, we will stick together, we will find common ground, and we will work towards politics of hope and positivity. And we have shown that we can do that and we can win. And we are going to do that by getting together, by coming together, by sticking together, and by working together, and by standing up together. We will defeat the politics of division, and we will spread hope, and we will do that together. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hannah, can a woman have a penis? Can a woman have a penis, Hannah? I know you've got one, mate.
If there's any doubt about why we need to build a mass...
Were you trying to touch me?
This is like full body cringe territory. I'm actually fucking dying. Like, why do this? What an actual fucking loser.
Hannah, can a woman have a penis? Can a woman have a penis, Hannah? I know you've got one, mate.
If there's any doubt about why we need to build a mass...
Were you trying to touch me?
Against racism,
no, don't push me.
You can only look
stop pushing me. No, stop pushing me. Okay, are you pushing me off?
That's what they are.
Yes, I am. Look at this.
Off our streets. Stop. Off our streets. Stop.
Yeah, so Hannah Spencer has left the stage at this point as someone else, and he's going to spot her and like chase after her.
Look, they're absolutely surrounding me here. Look.
Maybe it sounds insane to say, I don't know. Oh, she's right there, so she's going to be leaving shortly. Maybe it sounds insane to say, but like maybe we should treat MPs as normal people and not like chase them down every time we see them. It reminds me of the kind of shit that fucking Willsy fucking idiot used to do, who I made a video about, and you should check it out, by the way. One of those people that had a history of like chasing after MPs and like shouting questions at them and getting in their faces and stuff. I feel like that's just not a good idea. And when Andy Burnham fucking bans all these people because he literally harasses MPs and shit, they're only going to have themselves to blame, but they'll still try and make it a freedom of speech fucking sides-cucked issue anyway, no doubt.
I think they made me look. Pardon? What are you saying to me? You tell me to fuck off. Why are you telling me? Yeah? Scum! Yeah, are you sure? Look at this! This is the war on freedom of speech. Look at him. How many? It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
What does he mean, the war on freedom of speech? Like, you're free to speak, are you not? You got to shout, can a woman have a penis?
5. Look at them, they're pushing me back. Right, I'm going to stand my ground now, let's see. Look, go on, keep it going, go on. What are you doing? Are you going to try at me as well? Go on, why don't you join them as well? Look at them pushing me here.
We are not going to let them do that.
Right, where's Hannah? Where's Hannah gone?
You're allowed to go around the corner.
Oh, there she is, let's go.
They want to be vocal.
Literally chasing after her. Check RHE fucking nick of you. Wagat's kind of useless biological unit are you, pal. Voluntary eugenics at its finest. Good thing you'll no breed a lil fella. Okay. If you're talking about Steve, then fair enough. If you're talking about me, okay, sure.
Hannah, quick word. Can a woman have a penis, Hannah? Hannah, can a woman have a...
Fucking hell. This is what I mean. He's gonna get Charlie Veached, and it's his own fucking fault.
Hannah, where's Hannah gone?
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. Let's go. Hannah, quick word. Can a woman have a penis, Hannah? Hannah, can a woman have...
This is going to make your movement look good, right? This is going to make your movement look good.
Hannah, quick word. Can a woman have a penis, Hannah? Hannah, can a woman have a penis? Are trans women men?
Man, give birth.
Hey, can a woman have a penis, Hannah?
So yeah, this guy starts pushing. Not the best idea. At the same time, these people look like they're going to try and physically accost Hannah Spencer, possibly. You can't really take any risks. You don't really know what a person's going to do. Obviously, you know, there was some contention about, like, family voting, like, you know, pandering to the Muslim vote. That's going to have all these people angry. You got to think that maybe someone is going to attempt something on her, potentially. So I guess I see why people are getting physically involved, you know? And this is going to come up because the punch is coming up, by the way. My brains don't work, supposedly getting rattled is going to come up.
Can a woman have a penis, Hannah? Hannah, can a woman have a penis? Are trans women men?
Man, give birth.
Hey, can a woman have a penis, Hannah? What are you doing, mate? Are you trying to push me? So, Hannah, can a woman have a penis or what?
Scabby traitor.
Yeah, look at this guy here.
There you go, Scabby Traitor. There's Ned.
That's assault.
Sorry, there's Wrexham Chris. Wrexham Chris, everybody. That's his name now.
Yeah.
Never done a blooming job in your life.
Are trans women women? Hannah?
Job in your life.
Is a trans woman a woman?
Job in your life. You fucking...
Listen to this fucking guy, man. How this guy is even still allowed around here is beyond me.
Here we go.
Dirty traitor. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm just asking, can a woman have a penis, Hannah? That's all I want to know.
Listen, I suggested a way of dealing with this question. The other way is just not to play.
What about women wanting women-only spaces, Hannah? Is it okay for men to go into women's spaces? What about the children?
Yes, he is actually harassing a woman for speaking at a March 8th event. That is very much what is happening. This is women's rights, is where you harass women because they're MPs. Like, wow.
You're at unblocking me the toilet.
What's this dipshit saying? Steve, you need to fucking rein your fucking loser fucking associate in.
What about the children?
You're at unblocking me the toilet.
Unblocking toilet? What are you talking about? Is he trying to be funny?
What are you pushing me for?
I just want to know if a woman can have a penis, Hannah, that's all. Do you think women deserve female-only spaces? Do you want to get off me? Get off me! Will you get off my... I didn't threaten her, I was asking a question. Do you want to get off me? Get off me!
Amazing camera angle, Steve. Well done.
There we go. There you go, there you go. That's Hannah Spencer there, that's all. I'm going to go away now. Go away from
being arrested then.
Pussied out.
No, not at all.
Whenever it starts to get remotely spicy, he always fucking disappears. And he has also... Here's another thing. He's also... There was like... When he went to Oxford, some person showed up with a little sign saying like trans woman. I can't remember what it said. Something pro-trans. And at some point to this person, he says, oh, you know, if someone like, you know, was violent towards you, I'd stick up for you. It's complete bullshit. When that guy was holding a sign saying bigotry is a disease in that Manchester video, as soon as he gets like assaulted, like this guy pushes it out of his hands and then tries to push him over to stop him picking it up again. And that's one of his like supporters. He's like, oh, I don't want to know. I'm having nothing to do with this. He's like so full of shit. The second it gets spicy, he fucking bounces. It's a bit like, he never really talks about like politics. He always like, you know, he always kind of errs on the side of caution. You know, he probably has a, you know, he sees reform as like the least bad ones and shit like that. You know, he has positions.
Okay.
Like what he wants, he still wants to leave the door open, I think, for like the more left-wing, like gender criticals and stuff. And the more of them that don't fall for it and actually just see him as a fucking nuisance and not helpful to what they want. Because what they want is like, you know, gender abolition and stuff. But he talks about like dressing like a woman. You're not a gender critical if you like use that language. Like that doesn't work. So the more of those people that realize, the better. I would love to see him realize that it's only far righters that support him at a certain point. And just kind of, oh, actually, no, I thought this the whole time. I would love to see that happen, to be honest. That would be a sign of progress, for sure.
I'm going to ask you questions, but...
Looney left, is it?
Pardon?
Looney left, is it?
Yeah. It was Hannah Spencer. She's part of the Green Party. Yeah.
You know, being part of the Green Party doesn't automatically mean you're the loony left. Like, I think what I think about Zach Polanski... Like, Hannah Spencer is her own person. Like, how good is she going to be as an MP? You know what I mean? That depends, you know?
Yeah. No.
Everyone just started kicking out. You alright, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Oh, he is spineless. Yeah, I'd agree with that. He's similar. Mr. Menno does the same thing. Mr. Menno, I've never seen someone talk about politics without ever talking about politics so much as Mr. Menno. It's fucking nuts. I have absolutely no idea what he believes about anything, apart from trans issues. No idea at all. I don't know if he's, you know, pretty far right and for some reason is the one foreigner advocating for far right British parties that probably don't want him here either. I'm not sure, because he constantly talks about it without talking about it, and it's really fucking annoying. So we didn't see the punch at all, but we are going to come back to it. That's already happened by now.
You attacked me. Why did you attack me? Hey?
I don't mind you, boy.
I did, yeah. This woman tried to drag the signs off me. She didn't physically hit me.
You sure it was a woman?
In this case, it was. What happened, Billy, was that was Hannah Spencer, and she's the new Gorton and Denton.
Also, Billy Moore is actually quite likable. I don't know why the fuck he hangs out with these fucking dipshits. I guess he probably has, like, particular political opinions as well. He actually is the one that is somewhat watchable. And he's kind of likable. You can see why people like chat to him and stuff. Like, I don't know why he needs to be around these fucking people, man. He doesn't need them.
And,
Well, the thing is, he has picked a side or a team. He interviews, like, Reform MPs. And it's like the most softball shit. Where this Reform MP that you talk to, this Mandy Clare... She's talking about how, you know, she doesn't want her kids to go to uni or be worried about them going to uni. Because she's worried about, like, landlords ripping them off and stuff. But then she's part of Reform now. Said she was a lefty previously and is now part of Reform. Reform who want to scrap a whole bunch of, like, tenant protections. It's, like, completely insane. And he doesn't pick up on this shit. And he doesn't say, well, you know, how do you square that with, like, your other political beliefs, which are saying, well, I don't like the idea of landlords ripping tenants off. But you've joined the party that want to scrap, you know, was it the Tenant Rights Act or something? I can't remember the specific act, but they want to scrap something that will get rid of a whole bunch of protections, you know what I mean? He doesn't do anything to, like, square those beliefs. So he's like playing on their team without ever explicitly saying so. It's really annoying to see. Like, if you're going to talk about politics, you should probably try and understand at least a little bit of everything, rather than pretend that the only thing matters is your, like, pet cause, you know? Which a lot of people that talk about immigration do. A lot of people that talk about trans issues do. They're just thinking about their one thing that they actually care about. And you can't really do that. It doesn't make sense.
MP, yeah. And I just wanted to ask her a simple question: can a woman have a penis? Because she supports.
Yes, and she chose not to answer, and then you harangued her, and your mates followed and started a bunch of shit.
Her leader. Who's the leader? Oh, in fact, no. I'm getting. Zach Polanski's the leader. Yeah, they believe that women can have penises. They believe that a man. She didn't say that, but that's the line that their party believe. Yeah, a trans woman, which is a man, is a woman. That's what they believe. Yeah.
Thanks for that, Steve.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, you got.
Wow. So the people in the most left-wing party, you know, out of the main ones, think that trans women are women. Are you as shocked as I am? Are you as shocked as I am that that's the case?
In by a bird, like.
Well, she actually tried. I'd never try and fight back against her, but she just tried to twist my signs. This woman.
Fella, though? You never know.
No, it definitely wasn't. But
okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh well.
But what beliefs is Menno earnest in? That's the point I'm making. There's an awful lot of stuff that he just doesn't ever actually go into, you know what I mean? Like, it's very untrustworthy.
Okay, that got a little bit, yeah.
I've got a little bit of action there, to be fair.
Yeah, I got quite...
Hannah Spencer's...
Who's his helper? What, the other guy with the billboard? That's Alex Jardine.
Yeah, she tries to be a woman of the people, you know, tries to...
They're not going to get fired, are they? They'll never get with all these fucking...
I don't know, it's weird, we're in such a weird time at the minute, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, Ned's got footage as well. We can have a look.
But I was getting mobbed by that lot. I didn't want to get too close to Hannah, you know, so it would be, you know, intimidating. But I just wanted to say, you know...
Didn't want to get too close so it'd be intimidating. Bro, I'm pretty sure they don't want these people running after them and screaming shit at them. I don't know if they're seeing how close you're getting before they decide to themselves whether it's intimidating or not. Like, fucking hell. Or if it's even intimidating but just annoying and embarrassing and making your side of the aisle look fucking terrible.
Because that's what her party believe. They believe that men...
She's an MP, lad, and she's doing this shite.
Yeah. Yeah. Well... Yeah, well, this is the sectarian politics, isn't it?
What's he even talking about?
They'll change with the wind as long as they'll change.
The thing is, he can say, oh, I wasn't trying to be intimidating, but Ned is following him. And he's like shouting, oh, you fucking traitor and all that kind of shit. Like, if he was in her face, that would be very intimidating.
With the
Men
way that
can't have willies.
Men can't have willies. I get it wrong sometimes.
Women don't have willies.
Yes. I think he thinks he can.
He's got, yeah.
That was a bit mad, that. But we got right to the front where Hannah Spencer was, so, yeah, so...
She wants sex change for kids, doesn't she?
She does what?
She wants sex change for kids.
Does she really? Is that what she said?
Yeah, the Greens want, or the, what is it, they want transgenderism to be put into schools for teaching.
Right.
And they want to put more funding into the NHS so that kids that are, I think it's from the age of 12 onwards, can get the help they need in the NHS to transition, which is bonkers.
Yeah, very much. I would like to see a further left party that aren't about things like transitioning kids. Stuff like that does like put me off for sure. Maybe it sounds a bit silly for that to be like a single issue, and it's not my only issue with the Greens, to be honest, but those kind of stances, you're going to get a decent level support from certain communities that you pander to, but like the wider population is not going to look at that like favorably, I don't think.
Yeah, right.
Whilst on heroin, of course.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about Iran. You don't know anything
Oh, so this is afterwards.
about Iran. What's that deal?
Hey?
What's that deal?
Did they?
Yeah, this happened and then the other thing we just watched was afterwards. That's fine, that's fine.
Yeah. I told him the disabled man.
Who?
Arrested.
Him, right, okay. Did he? Right.
And what happened?
Do you think they recruit these people? Do you think they recruit people that have got disabilities, people that are different races, like women, you know, other like gay people and stuff. So that whoever the minority is, they can always do the, well, you're the left, but you attacked my friend who's disabled or gay or whatever shit. I wonder if they do that.
Him, right, okay. Did he? Right. And what just punched my brakes down?
Well, Menno very much is using like gay and women's rights to promote himself. Anyone that's doing that is. You could say the same about me. You could say that I'm like trying to profit off of like trans rights conversation and shit. And that's fair enough. You know, anyone that's got a channel, they are doing a certain amount of that. But like, I don't know. I think he's quite misguided on some of the gay rights stuff. Because he's seeing like correlation as causation. And he's kind of half there with the real shit, you know, that gender nonconformity is what's kind of being pathologized. And that ideally you try and normalize that and let people be who they want. Anyone that still wants to transition at that point, you know, can, as long as they're an adult. That's what I'd want to see. You think he'll distance himself in time? I hope he does. He will never fucking credit me, but I have been the person trying to tell him this shit for a decently long time at this point. That was the whole thing he was bitching about me with Ned in Chester about. Was that I told him about Ned chasing some guy down because he got called gay. And I told him about Steve calling people effeminate and feminized and feminine and shit as a pejorative. When it's like, well, how many of those people are gay? How many people are you insulting because they're men that are feminine or whatever? How many of them are gay? You know what I mean? So how is Menno going to see this not as homophobic, but is going to see the idea of transing children as homophobic? It doesn't make any fucking sense. He needs to get his head around it, and maybe he will one day. Maybe he will one day. Or maybe he'll just continue being wrong, and that's fine. He can do that. I don't give a fuck.
Work in the face as well. Is she alright? Yeah.
To push a girl in the face?
Right.
This not do nothing?
Oh yeah, so this is, they punched a girl in the face. No, he blocked off fucking my brains don't work, and she punched him, actually. We'll get to that, don't worry.
Across Hannah Spencer, the MP for Gorton and Denton for the Green Party. She just won the local by-election, and she gave a speech.
Mentally challenged. I mean, listen, people like that are easier to radicalise one way or the other.
And then she was being escorted off, so I tried to get an interview with her, or tried to get to answer a couple of questions. Basically, the main was can a woman have a penis? Because we all know that the Greens support men identifying as women, being women, and enabling them to go into women's spaces. They also support, I believe, I've just been...
Are you pushing for conflicts or conversations when you go to a protest and immediately shout boo at whoever's speaking? Because that's Mr. Menno, and that was a recent protest he went to.
Told the transitioning of children, so that'll be the social transition, medical transition, puberty blockers, surgeries. That's what their party support.
I agree this is bad, but why are we putting it on Hannah Spencer's door on fucking Women's Day? Isn't this more for when they're trying to like actually win an election and become the governing party? Which, to be honest, I really don't see happening. Maybe if there's some kind of coalition to keep reform out, then they'll be part of it, sure. That'd be cool. Certainly take that over whatever the fuck the other side are voting for. But like, why are we doing this now?
Okay, they're right behind this trans ideology. So I thought it was fair enough for me to go and ask her some questions. So let's see what the video looks like. I don't know if I got too close, too intrusive. I think that...
yeah, what you did was fucking shameful, and you're a fucking moron for doing it.
We should be allowed to ask politicians questions. And of course the situation was escalated because she had security around.
Oh, fuck you, man. Seriously? It was escalated because of her security. What were you doing there in the first place? Why was it that important to go up to her and ask her if a woman can have a penis? Like, what are you fucking doing, man? What are you fucking doing?
Questions.
It's always just find someone else to blame. It's so fucking gay.
And of course, the situation was escalated because she had security around her that were getting very physical and pushing as well.
Yeah, because you fucking retards were chasing her. Like, what the fuck? How is anyone, like, listening to this? And being like, yeah, it's so unfair. They wouldn't just let you fucking hound her. Like, get in her face about women with penises. It's so unfair they wouldn't let you do that. Jesus Christ. Because, you know, they totally know what your intentions are, right? They totally know that there's no way that you're going to get violent at any point. Like, it's so fucking embarrassing.
And then other people joined in. You'll see the woman that grabbed my boards and started to pull them. Of course, I'm not going to attack her back, and you're very limited to what you can do when you've got these boards wrapped around you. If you don't want to lose them, you know, if I ever got to a situation where I was really concerned for my safety, I could easily throw them off and then exit or defend myself. Very difficult to do that when you've got them on. Anyway, that was a Sunday in Manchester. Started with the fake Women's Rights March, which was basically an Antifa march, supporting...
Okay, bored. Okay, so the kind of last thing we need to look at is this so-called punch. So apparently my brains don't work here was punched during that whole chase of Hannah Spencer, between Steve catching up to her and her getting into a police car and leaving. Apparently my brains don't work got punched. Do we have a picture? Do we have a picture anywhere? Where is she visible? Does she show herself? I don't fucking know. Hang on. So this is that's the whole march that was going on. Forgetting about Joe Cox and David Ames. Yeah, exactly. Fucking hell. They know that anyone could do anything. They're not going to let someone just get up to a politician like that. There's gonna be people trying to stop you. It's pretty fucking obvious. Hang on. Oh, here's that guy. Here's that guy that tried to steal his camera one time. Well, I didn't really try and steal it. I think he wanted to move it or something. Probably should leave people's stuff alone. Like, this guy seems like a dipshit in the other direction, but I don't know. With what these people are like at the moment, it's very hard for me to have too much of a problem with, like, idiots like this, to be honest.
That's also not happening. It is happening. It is happening. Are you going to listen to me? I don't listen to me.
It's like David Brent's fucking cousin got a job in a Starbucks or something. Right. This guy did a video. This is all like edited and like chopped up and stuff. There was this thing. Jesus. Where was MKR? I don't have MKR. That's what I need. That's what I need. We'll show MKR first, because there was something kind of egregious about her footage.
What's going on?
What is this shit that they're screaming?
I'm so happy.
Yeah, don't we just love it? This kind of political parties as football teams shit. Where anyone that supports the other one, they're like the worst person ever and you gotta fucking shout abuse at them constantly. It's so fucking cringe, man.
It's Hannah, she's not even profit. Hannah boycotted the roasting and then went back and lied about loving it. Oh, she hates me. She absolutely hates me.
She doesn't know who you are.
Yeah, this I'm just showing off. Hannah Spencer who hates Gordon. Hannah Spencer hates Gordon. Hannah Spencer hates Gordon.
It's like actually like childish.
Guys,
I can't remember, by the way, I can't remember if this person still thinks that we're friends. I can't remember.
You're not having help, but guess what? Donald Trump.
And if you look, they've got signs.
What is Ned talking about? Shut up about Donald Trump. Nobody likes Trump here, okay? Nobody likes Trump here. Except for you fucking Restore Britain fuckwits. No one else likes Trump. Trump is currently trying to sue the fucking BBC for billions of dollars for something that did not affect his chances of getting fucking elected, because he fucking won anyway, didn't he? So what damages were caused by that thing where they spliced 2 parts of that shitty fucking speech he did at Jan 6th, as if he wasn't inciting a mob there anyway, judging by his like previous actions and previous tweets and stuff like that. As if that wasn't happening anyway. It was like cut up a bit. Like, why the fuck does any British person like Donald Trump? Fuck that fucking loser. MKR audits is on Hope Not Hate. On like their website or... Oh, they have a page about her. Yeah, I saw a few pages about her.
You're not having help, but guess what? Donald Trump.
And if you look, they've got signs saying stop.
Is he saying that Donald Trump helped the Iranians? Didn't he tell them to rise up and like fight the power or whatever shit? Then loads of them got fucking massacred. Like, what are we talking about here? And then they bombed them weeks later. Completely illegally by the sound of it.
The war in Iran, but all the Iranians are actually happy about the war because it's freeing them from the Ayatollah. But then you've got these lefties who...
Well, lots of women are happy with trans women in their spaces, but you don't take that as a reason why it's a good thing, right?
holding up signs saying stop the war.
But yeah, the Iranians here probably are happy because they fucking left that place for a reason. And like the thing is, if it does happen that that country is like better off in the long run, then great. But is that going to happen? Like, is the West's the West's track record on regime change in the Middle East, is it that good? Are we really going to see some kind of second wind for like Iran after the years of fucking oppression and all that shit? I just don't know if that's really that realistic, you know?
Whilst the Iran are actually the war is going ahead.
Meanwhile, didn't the US also bomb a fucking woman's, like a girls' school or like a something to do with women? I don't know.
Like Father Christmas.
Oh, not Hannah Spencer. I need to go around the other side and see her. That's hilarious.
Like, what's hilarious? What are you talking about?
Say bye, Hannah Spencer. Say bye, Hannah Spencer. Say bye. Joby,
And I listen to other politicians that are
Hannah, talk about the Iranian women. Hannah Spencer, talk about the...
Hang on a minute. Aren't these people always saying, like, prioritize Britain? Why are you so invested in, like, foreign shit? Why aren't you spending more of your time and energy and money helping, like, British people, talking about British people? Is Hannah Spencer not talking about British people or people in Britain right now? Meanwhile, this fucking loser on the right is all like, why are you talking about people from another country? It's so fucking... Like, these people have no idea. They don't have any fucking consistent beliefs. It's just anything that they can shit on this person for in the moment.
Say bye, Hannah Spencer. Say bye. Joby,
and I listen to other politicians that are
Hannah, talk about the Iranian women. Hannah Spencer, talk about the Iranian women. Talk about the fact that you hate God. Talk about the fact that you hate God. Talk about the Iranian women. Come on, Hannah. Talk about the Iranian women, Hannah. Hannah Spencer hates God.
Alright, this is stupid. Where does she leave? Alright, she's gonna start leaving now, I think. Yeah, so we see this guy here. Yeah, you can see like a hat right here. This guy right here, he's the one that's going to supposedly punch My Brains Don't Work. rather shortly. They wanted the Iranian women out of their country with the other immigrants a few weeks ago. Yeah, that's the thing. So now we're going to have to take some refugees in, right? Because there's people that are displaced. There's people that are... their shit's getting blown up and they can't really stay and fight. They've got no real recourse than to either die or get out. So some of them are going to have to come here, right? Will any of them show up on fucking boats? Because they don't really have any other way of doing it. So then you can tell them to fuck off. Like, it doesn't make sense. Mate, no one's singing along, just shut up. Like, what these people are doing, even if you're going to say that Steve is genuinely going over there with, like, journalistic intent to ask him an extremely important question about whether women can or cannot have penises, what MKR is doing, what fucking Ned is doing, what fucking dickhead Alex Jardine is doing, what presumably Brains Don't Work is doing, they are just harassing this person. That's all they're doing. They're just, like, berating this person, trying to intimidate her. Doesn't matter whether Steve is here for, like, genuine reasons, which, you know, what could be genuine and urgent and needed about asking her if women can have penises? That's stupid. Yeah, so you see this guy here. So it's getting physical now. Perhaps understandably, because there have been MPs murdered in this country in the last 10, 20 years. So when these people start chasing her, there's going to be people here that will push them away. Like, it makes sense why these people are getting physical, you know what I mean? And it just looks crazy. Like, they're running up. What are they going to do? They could be doing literally anything. So everyone's going to be on high alert. Maybe someone is going to get hit, and it's probably going to be understandable because it looks like these people are chasing up to try and do something to her. Newly elected MP, like one of 5 Green MPs, so quite historic in a way. You know, all this stuff with the Urdu campaign, there's this stuff about, like, family voting, which I've no idea about. I don't have the evidence to say that there was any wrongdoing. I think at the moment she was elected fairly, whatever. But they're not going to be careful, are they? They're going to be on high alert for people chasing up in case one of them is going to try and do something. So yeah, it makes perfect sense that they're doing this.
Hannah, what about the Iranian women? Why not talking about the Iranian women, Hannah?
And we get this Hugo idiot gets in a fight with this guy as well. Hang on, let me see this again. It might be hidden a little bit. Oh, hi, Rhiannon. I love you too. Hang on.
Why not talking about the...
Wait, who initiated there? So we're looking at the sort of bottom half of the screen, sort of towards the right.
Hannah, what about the Iranian women?
So he's kind of pushing up to him, but he's not, like, striking him or anything. And then this guy is going to push him back. It's a bit hard to see because Baldy McGee is in the way. Yeah, he shoves him back. So he was just kind of getting in his space. I guess, you know, you can understand why you might shove someone in that case. And then he kind of goes in again. It's kind of... They look like they're going to have a proper scrap, but it doesn't actually happen that way. They should also remember how terrifying it was for Kelly J. Keane being chased and screamed at. Yep, they don't give a fuck. It's fine when it's a woman who's against them. He would be happy with him and all his mates completely fucking mobbing her the way Kelly J. Keane was mobbed. Absolutely, because they don't give a fuck. And it's one of so many reasons why these so-called feminists are lying themselves with these fucking far-right nutcases who are happy to, like, accost and, you know, victimize and, like, fucking intimidate and try and assault women when they feel it's justified, which is more often than you'd think, you know. None of them give a fuck. It doesn't work. It's a completely untenable alliance. People constantly want to go on about, oh, you know, like trans and Palestine, those are two very like, there's not much in common with those things, because supposedly all Muslims want to throw trans people off roofs, which isn't even true, but sure, you know, whatever. And like, at the same time, we've got all these like feminists palling around with like freaks like English Ned. Like, is that guy good for women? Is the kind of shit he represents good for women? It's fucking nuts. Yeah, so he gets pushed back, they get separated. This is the guy that we need to keep an eye on. Here we go. So we're getting into punch territory. This is the punch. This is the punch in question, or punch in inverted commas, shall we say. So you see this in the corner? That's Breaks' camera pole. My Break Stoneworks camera is right in this guy's face, if not actually touching him. So for all we know, like, he's just got this thing appearing in his face. He's probably going to react somewhat impulsively, right? It's a high-strung situation as it is. He might just kind of lash out impulsively. So he swats the camera away. Like, grabs it. That's My Brakes Don't Work there. You can just see her on the left. Hang on. He pushes her, and suddenly, because this is MKR TV, remember? My Brains Don't Work's girlfriend. Suddenly the camera is pointed away from anything that might be happening. Like, there's a brawl developing between her partner and this guy, and she wants to film literally anything else. Why is that? Why is that? Only getting him in the shots? We barely saw Breaks the entire time. Was that MKR saying that? So she must have been pointing a camera in the opposite way to where she was looking, if she saw anything, to tell this guy that he punched someone in the face, right? Why? Why aren't you filming it? Don't you want to get that? If you truly believe that these people are the ones that are going to get violent on you people, and you people are going to be the innocent parties, why do you turn the camera away when someone gets physical with your partner? That is like so fucking untrustworthy. It's unbelievable.
You just punched him in the face!
Now, how do you get to say that? Why didn't you film it then? Dipshit. And again, so they get into it again. I'm pretty sure Breaks hits him. But we're just filming this fucking idiot. What is this fucking idiot doing? And shoves this person for God knows what reason. Okay, if only you had some evidence of that, retard.
Two of them have just punched people, that's what's going on. Officer, the one with the
Yeah, this guy is not going to get charges. There's absolutely nothing going to come of this, because y'all were chasing down an MP. Looked like you were going to do God knows what to her. And if this fucking idiot tries to use this as evidence, she's not going to be able to, because he filmed everything but. So yeah, Hannah Spencer gets into the car. So yeah, we saw fuck all. That's her own girlfriend. So like, how do I put this? We're so sure that we're the good guys that whenever something gets physical, we point the camera away. What, just in case your friend is the one actually doing the shit that they shouldn't be? Just in case you incriminate them? That doesn't make it sound like you're the good guys. That doesn't make it sound like you're always the innocent parties. But okay, wow. Amazing, amazing. So we need someone else's footage. That Jarmaine guy has something. There's something on the Billy Moore things. Apparently Alex Jardine got something. You can barely see it, but hey, we'll have a quick look at what Brains Don't Work saw. So where does... Oh, it's before this.
You're a fucking loser!
Fucking Brains Don't Work cuts her videos up to ever-loving fuck. Sometimes it'll just be missing almost all of the footage that you want. When she recorded the shit that happened in Cartridge's Cove that I made a video about, she cuts almost all of it out until the very end. It's like, it's bizarre. I don't know what her standard is for what goes where. She certainly shouldn't try and make films. She'll be very bad at that. So this is why I'm confused about the timeline. I can't tell what happened first. So where's Hannah Spencer? Is it here? Yeah, okay, here we go.
The goal is to turn us against each other, and we refuse to be divided.
I can still hear her from here. Fucking shut up, Kelsey.
So in the next few weeks, coming up for local elections, we will stick together. We will find common ground together. We will defeat the politics of division, and we will spread hope. And we will
Was this sped up? Now we're normal. Okay.
Hannah, talk about the Iranians for once! Hannah, what about the Iranians?
You always ask, like, why do you even care about this? Why are you talking about this?
Why am I talking about the Iranians?
Why is this so important to you on this particular speech in Britain, presumably aimed towards British people? Yeah, here he is. So he gets in this fight with this utter moron first. I think his name is It's Only Hugo or something. Absolute dipshit. Yeah, so this is the camera. This is the camera that goes in his face. Okay. So we'll see how close it gets, I guess, unless she fucks around.
You're racist.
Look how close. What would you do if someone did that to you? You know what I mean? That is like ridiculously close. That looks like aggression on someone else. So I don't think she hits him with it, but that's still insane. And you just see something come at you from an angle, you're just gonna react. So he pushes her, completely understandable. Look at this grin on this person's fucking face. Oh, do we get to see her turn it away in real time? Pushes her away. We don't really get to see what Breaks is doing. Where did he punch her in the face?
You're racist.
So there was a bit of fisticuffs. That's punching you in the face. So, oh, so this is Hugh Anthony. Jesus Christ. It's a funny angle because I've seen this from a different angle where it looks like he's doing this, but from another angle, it looks more like something like this. You know what I mean? So we're more trying to ward her off. So it's a very funny angle for this. And don't forget, it started because she shoved a camera straight in his face, like came right in his eye with no provocation. He probably thought he was being attacked, you know what I mean? I see no problem so far. I'm sorry, man. You're being a cunt. Like, what do you want me to do? Now meathead fucking Jarmaine gets involved. This camera is pointed completely in the opposite direction. But she just got punched in the face. Why would you document that? And then we conveniently cut the footage where you see her quite clearly continue on when that guy has left. And her fucking footage is useless because it's pointed directly at the floor. Like, surely, I don't know, man. Doesn't she wear like a chest-mounted camera? Or is it like the stick one? Oh no, it's this. I guess it's just the stick one. So she's holding it in a way where it's just pointed at, excuse me, where it's just pointed at the floor. So like, she could be doing anything. Well, that's extremely risky if you're going to try and do something a bit, you know, ill-advised. Just because you and your girlfriend are like conveniently pointing the cameras away every time you're doing something you shouldn't be, it doesn't mean other people aren't going to capture it. And it's very interesting that this "What's New With You" footage cuts off at a certain point. Is this on Twitter? Is that his Twitter handle? Let's find out. Let's go on a mini adventure on Twitter, you and I. At "What's New With You." Takes its time. Make sure you like the stream. Don't forget you can super chat. You can join my channel on YouTube. You can join my Patreon. I have links in my description. I make music. You can check that out too. Whilst we're loading. What's new with you? If it's spelt, I mean, that's the way you'd expect it to be spelt, right? Oh, so your only source doesn't exist? I've spelled it the same way. Oh, maybe it says YouTube. Oh, yeah, no, it's YouTube. Okay, I'm being a moron. That's Bristol. Do we have shorts? I bet this footage doesn't exist, does it? Yeah, this footage doesn't exist. Okay, wow, amazing. Jesus fucking Christ. So, this is the scenario. Her footage is useless of this supposed punch that she received. MKR's footage is also useless because she always points the camera away when a girlfriend gets in an altercation. Presumably because this fucking loser is going to get arrested if they get evidence of it. Because the shit she does is like fucking nuts. The only footage we have is "What's New With You." We show the punch, or supposed punch, and it kind of looks like a punch from this angle, but it looks a bit different from other angles, I'm pretty sure. And then it cuts. But what actually happens is... So the supposed punch has already happened by now. Hang on. Yeah, that's the supposed punch. But it could have just been reflexively him putting his arm up. It depends on the angle. This is the only extra footage of what we get. This is the only footage that really shows anything that resembles a punch so far. And if you go on his channel, you cannot fucking find it anywhere. Because he doesn't save his fucking... Unless it's saved somewhere here. This is all old shit. He hasn't updated his playlist in a while. I can't really talk. There's only one on my channel now anyway. Yeah. Anything that is like, it doesn't exist anymore. Sorry, hang on, my mouse is doing a thing. And then, so that's when the punch happens. They get separated. She's gonna chase him on again, and she's gonna start trying to hit him. You don't see any of that. You can't check the broader context, because this is taken away. So they have literally found the small bit that makes it look like possibly she was punched in the face, and this was a man aggressing on a woman. Even though it is disproved, because we see her shove a camera in his face, and you can see how close the fucking camera gets. We're trying to pass this off as a man assaulting a woman. That what really matters here is that she got punched in the face. It's fucking disgusting. You have to be stupid to believe these people's narratives. That's it now. Like, fucking hell, dude. It's ridiculous.
Punch me in the face. A man punched me in the fucking face. Fuck you. Shut up, you fucking. He just punched me in the face. He just punched me in the face.
Oh, nice. Here we go. Is Ned going to get his head kicked in again? Listen, I don't condone violence, but I don't... Sometimes you don't condone violence, but you also don't feel particularly bad for people when it happens to them.
He just punched me in the face.
You love to see it. You love to see it. I bet that was fucking tactical and all. I bet Ned got a few swings in there and was, oh shit, dropped the camera right at the same fucking moments. I bet that was tactical as well. These people think they're slick, but all you have to fucking do is just watch their footage. It's so fucking easy to see how full of shit they are. They just prove it to you in real time.
He just punched me in the face.
Like, you have to be dumb enough to think when there's cuts, no, that's just time still going on. It is going on at the pace at which the video is. You know what I mean? There is no footage that is unavailable. This is just it. So, balled up fist. Certainly looks like he's going to take a swing, doesn't it? Certainly looks like he's going to take a swing. What's going to happen here? We're going to get a front row seat because my brakes don't work. It's like filming the whole thing. Oh wait, it just moved randomly. Wait, she moved? Right, as he looked like he was about to punch the guy? Now suddenly the camera's going flying for no apparent reason? It's just so fucking dodgy.
That's what's going on. Piss off. So you shouldn't get arrested for punching someone in the face. You just punched a woman in the face, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah, still, yeah, okay. I just punched myself in the face. This is me being punched in the face right now. How do I get it off camera? I got punched in the face. Anyway.
Camera. Punched a woman in the face. It's on camera.
Punched a woman in the face.
You're getting arrested, Phil. You do not.
He didn't get arrested, did he? He didn't get arrested, did he?
Right near the Queen Victoria statue. You're getting arrested for it. You're getting arrested for punching a woman in the face. You're getting arrested. Well, you're getting arrested, I mean. The Queen Victoria statue in the Gardens. You're getting arrested, I mean. He's here.
Oh, we're using names. We're using names. Okay, so we've got Rachel right here, and then we got Kelsey. That's the other one, Kelsey Lee. They're using this guy's name. I'm using their name. Fair game. That's what I'm saying.
This man with the hat here. You want to speak to the officer, sorry?
They punched me, mate.
I'm speaking to him now, yeah.
Are you willing to give your details?
I am, yeah, absolutely. He punched me in the face.
It's rubbish.
It's on camera as well. Right. Got it on camera. And don't walk away. Come back. Give your details. Give your details. Yeah, well, I've got an officer now. No. It's my details. It's her details. My case. It's her details.
That looked like you just literally pushed a person out the way.
Details. My case.
Is that assault? Is that violence? Hang on. We got an opportunity here. This happened afterwards. Let's see if MKR saw her pushing that woman just then. Doesn't it's happening? Fucking lesbian cartel takedown. Let's fucking go. I didn't see the push anywhere, but it definitely happened because you could see it on my brains don't work. It's every time. Every time one of them does something aggressive, the other one's like pointing the camera away. Like, do these people think that no one's going to notice that kind of shit? Like, it's making a lot more sense why this person offered to talk to me about some claims I made that she wasn't very happy with, and then fucking went silent on me once I gave a clear pathway as to how to get hold of me and that we can set something up. It makes a lot of sense that she fucking bounced as soon as I did that. I think she's a bit fucking stupid, to be honest. I think she probably understands that there's some limitations. That if she brings them to someone like me, it's not gonna fucking work, is it? It's getting more and more stark by the day as to what the problems are here.
It's her details. Yes, she is. It's her details. So fuck off away from you, bitch.
So yeah, now she's on the other side of this person, but she just like shoved her out of the way. But you're not going to see that on MKR's footage because she points it away whenever her girlfriend does something crazy.
It's her details. Get the hell away from him. You get the way up from me, dickhead. You're fucking asshole. Tell your people not to punch people in the face, dickhead. You don't come back. It's not your fucking city, dickhead.
Is it your city?
You attacked a woman at your own fault. You should have kept your hands to yourself.
Jermaine, did you witness that?
Yeah, I did.
Right, thank you. Is the police officer seriously walking away? Officer, are you really going to walk away? She's wanting to make a report and have him arrested now.
It's two-tier policing, I'm telling you.
Too many people. That's not from me. No, nobody. No, it's me.
Yeah, I should put something together on them. I'm learning more. Like, you need kind of angles, you know, you need kind of angles of attack for these people. I'm learning more watching this kind of stuff when you compare their footage and the kind of tactics they use.
I want her detained as well. She pushed.
And the thing is, it's kind of an interesting thing as well, because like, I first watched them at some trans protests, and I had more agreements with them back then, I think, because I have kind of moved over time, I would say. And I had some sympathies, and it kind of seemed like they were just there and people were like shoving them and stuff. I've now kind of come to realize that with these like protests and shit, they just need keeping separately. You just can't really guarantee, you know, upholding the peace or whatever when you've got people from different sides of the protest like mingling together in that way. It's going to cause problems. So I've kind of changed my mind on a lot of that kind of shit. But like, these people used to think I was cool with them. It's crazy.
Me over.
She pushed him over as a disabled man. I don't give a shit. She's just been punched in the face.
I think that's about it for this. Yeah, that was her shoving someone out the way, which once again MKR's camera was conveniently pointing elsewhere.
I'm going to the office, sir. Move, you fucking fat cunt. It's my details. It's her details. My case. It's her details. I'm going to the office, sir. Move, you fucking fat cunt. Jam on you. Jam on you. Okay, come on. I've got it on camera. I've got it on camera. I've got it on camera.
I've got it on camera.
I've got it on camera. I've got it on camera.
All I did was try to protect her.
She did hit him.
Sorry.
You attacked a woman at your own
Hey, you guys alright?
No, I got punched in the face and the police won't arrest him.
So, Amin Hadi from Stand Up to Racism just punched me in the face.
Rachel Davies.
Arrested him though, obviously, because, you know. So
aka Callista Rouge. Former wannabe pop star. I should find that. I should find that. She wanted to be a pop star back in like 2019 or something. She did like an EP and stuff. It's on Spotify, but I have to load it again.
grown man who's supposed to be from Stand Up to Racism on International Women's Day just punched a woman in the face.
Yeah, we'll just leave out anything that makes me look bad. We'll just leave out the putting a camera a millimeter from his face. We'll leave out the chasing down a woman so you can like harass her because you don't like her politics after she did a speech. All of that shit is fine, right? All of that shit is fine. Well, if it's fine, why aren't you mentioning any of that? It's probably because it makes you sound like you're actually the problem.
Get in the comments, tell me what you think about today, what your opinions are on the day.
What I think was you should work on your camera skills. And if your partner is innocent and has nothing to worry about, and all her actions are above board, why do you keep not filming them?
Well, thank you all for being here, supporting us. You will get arrested for punching her in the face. Just because the police is bursting for now, don't mean we're not. Of course.
One of these days.
Wow.
Alice, one of these days. Why? Let me at him.
Wow, these people are hilarious, by the way. They're really, really funny. Really funny. Yeah, so that's her music page. Hang on. Is that picture still there? It's kind of hard to see, but this Spotify page makes it very clear that this is the same person. So I don't know if this was like the, oh, I used to be a doorman, you know, that kind of shit, or doorwoman, I guess, security. Probably got more monthly listeners than me, which, you know, fair enough. Although I'm kind of technically one of them. So where's the profile picture? Hang on. Where is it? Because this is the same person. So this one here. Ooh, yeah, it doesn't help. This one here. It's a bit hard to see, I guess. Let me, you know what? If I zoom in. This is destroying my computer. This is actually destroying my computer. This is the same person. Like you can see like the eyebrows and all that shit.
So, I mean,
this is the same person. It's kind of hard to see because it's different angles and shit. But this is my brains don't work. It's crazy. Most of this music is like super generic kind of, you know, hip hop beats with someone singing about how they're uneasy and, oh, leave me alone. Things are bad, you know. And it's, you know, it is what it is. It's hard to come up with like good or bad things about them. But this one song is quite entertaining. So it's like this lesbian woman, right? And she's singing about, oh, you know, I thought you're my baby, but I'm not sure. Oh, I'm uneasy, you know, stay away from me. Whoa, I feel unsafe. Oh. And then this like American rapper guy just shows up in the middle to start going on about his Lambo or something. It's so badly fitted. We'll show a little bit. Okay. Fucking unhelpful. It was on SoundCloud. What about SoundCloud? This is taking way too long for what it actually is. This is annoying. He's gonna come up with an advert if I do SoundCloud, I bet. I bet. I haven't seen Death Note, but thank you. This is also gonna take ages. Make sure you like the stream, don't forget you can. Super chats. Yeah, it's the same person. We're on SoundCloud now. But yeah, this is my favorite of hers. As a fellow FL Studio user, you know.
I get you like Cadillacs, Cadillacs. Thought that you would be my last, but then last. All my love, I take it back, give it back. Told me you had made the pact, you have a mask. You laugh behind your frown, you play. I see you around the page. I can do without you, baby. Nothing ever lasts, nothing ever lasts. I can't take it back, I'll forget the way you act. I can't chill like Cadillacs, I just can't get over that. Changing up the format, ain't a fucking doormat. You too negative, you hoe. You will never reach your goals. I will levitate and flow. Why you think they call me ghost? Hey, who do you think you are to me? Feel like cutting my arteries. Why you making it hard to leave? Swear I thought you were part of me. I get you like Cadillacs, Cadillacs. Thought that you would be my last, but then last. All my love, I take it back, give it back. Told me you had made the pact, you have a mask.
I put Lamborghini doors on the Escalade, just so you know that I'm paid. Bitches get played on replay. Get it live in the Cadillac. Ooh, she said, baby, don't hurt me. You probably deserve me. Ooh, most of your friends will say you don't deserve me. But shawty, I'm up now and I'm saying you stay. Cause we 6 cuz 5 blunt shut down backseat. What?
This is one of the worst rap features I've ever heard in my life. This guy sucks. Who is this?
Now quarterback sneak your end zone touchdown. Diamonds too bright when I pull up, bust down. Woo! Nothing that I tried would've made it last. Bidding the question that I would never ask. Like you're probably somebody different behind the mask. Probably stripping, doing the most just for the Louis bad bands. Shaking and popping, she do it on a handstand. Ooh, I only fuck with the real, you plastic. Me give my heart to a thought, sarcastic. Yeah, loving who I'm not, hated that I am. Something you forgot, now you understand. Ooh, yeah, two-faced lying, scheming, dying while I'm dreaming. Wake up, they masquerading, dressed as Satan. Desperate attempts to snake us, messages fuck up my haters. Yeah, don't wait up for me, I'm not what you need.
I get you like Cadillacs, Cadillacs. Thought that you would be my last, but then last. All my love, I take it back, give it back. Told me you had made the pact, you have a mask.
What is this? This is my brains don't work singing and like making music. This is this person. The one that supposedly got punched in the face the other day.
Get you like Cadillacs, Cadillacs.
Wait, he's actually called Call of Duty with a K. I just see KOD. I had a quick look on Spotify yesterday and he's like American. And there's like a handful more like, you know, listeners than me, you know. It's just such an ill-fitting like feature. And she's like a lesbian woman in like Britain. Most expensive car she's been in is a fucking Focus or some shit, you know? Like, what the fuck is this?
Thought that you would be my last, but then last. All my love, I take it back, give it back. Told me you had made the pact, you have a mask. You laugh behind your frown, you play. I see you around.
You laugh behind the front you're playing? Okay.
Depends. I can do without you, babe.
There you go. Wow, how nice. How nice. That was from 2019, I think. So 7 years ago. Yeah, it didn't work out, I guess. We tried to be the most generic pop star of all time. It didn't work out too well. Then lockdown happened and we probably went insane, let's be honest. And now we're a fascist streamer. It's very nice, isn't it? It's very nice, isn't it? So there was that angle. I can't remember. So Billy Moore gets shown footage of it on that Alex Jardine's camera. I forget where it was now. Oh, it'll be before this, right?
I don't know whether you feel you're the guy over there with a cross with the word Jesus on it. The very guy that will campaign outside refugee hotels. Completely misunderstood.
Campaign outside hotels. Who are they talking about? Do I prefer Indian food or Chinese? Jesus Christ. I actually really like both, to be honest. It depends what mood I'd be in, you know. I prefer making Chinese food because it's just way easier. Oh, a guy with a cross. So yeah, it's that Kirk Church fucking dickhead.
You're going to jail. I'm not going to jail. You need to go to jail. Move away. Move away. Don't stick that in my face, you fucking dickhead.
Oh, suddenly it's bad to stick things in people's faces, but Ned Stuff sticks his camera in people's face all the time, and that's fine.
Off the Trump line, what's going on? See you later. Positions from a woman to a man. Ricky, not you, him. You. Fair play. Ricky used to be called Rachel.
Mexican or Italian? I prefer Italian food. Like, I like Mexican food, but I don't like sour cream. I don't like beans. I don't like cheese very much. So it's like finding stuff without those kind of things is not easy. Again, I make a lot of Italian food. Where does this idiot get his camera out for Billy Moore? Oh, it's here. Let me just get this angle again as well, by the way. So yeah, it doesn't look great from that angle. There's still some potential that it's being spun a certain way because of the camera angle. But I just, from what I remember, it looks very different on which one. Fuck me, I've lost which video it was now. Ah, Billy Moore. Okay.
Yeah, what's going on here?
So this is that Alex Jardine showing Billy Moore his camera. So this is the supposed punch.
Will it focus that close?
Okay, a little scrap going on there, isn't he?
Wait, no, maybe it's someone else. Oh, I can't tell. These people are all the same to me.
Just give it a second and brakes will show up.
So it looks like she punched him there.
Give it a second and brakes will show up. Same guy.
Like, it's such dog shit footage. I wish I knew who this was that he's talking to. I want to see the original. How much can we zoom in? It's gonna have to do. Wow. Wow. So that's him, like, it looks like he's swatting her away, which is understandable why he would be doing that. Did she like hit him just then?
Same guy.
Yeah, she definitely punches him. Okay, one sec. We're gonna try slowing it down. If we slow it down, maybe that'll... Yeah, it definitely looks like she's hitting him. You can see the face she's making and shit. That literally punches him. Literally punches him. How come you never see this on any other footage? And you can see his fist here. I don't know if this is the same moment as in the Hugh Anthony video where it looks like she was punched.
Same guy.
That actually just punched him there. Oh, so this was the second altercation. Yeah, she ran up behind him. Yeah. So we only get the punch. What was the initial punch then? That wasn't this, was it? Because there was the kind of... There was the shit with that Hugo person.
Same guy.
But that was the second altercation, so it's not even the same... Yeah, she's the one, like, attacking him at that point. And she chased him down afterwards. She didn't need to go after him. He'd already moved away. So she wasn't defending herself. When he walks away and then she goes back to him and starts attacking him. That isn't like self-defense at that point. Probably the other stuff is kind of 6 of one, 2 dozen of the other, half a dozen of the other. So you could maybe get away with that, you know? Like, if it was just the first thing. Like, I don't know who would get in trouble for anything, to be honest. He's obviously trying to defend this MP who's getting chased down. He doesn't know what these people are going to do. This person got the camera in his face. And he turns and, like, pushes. There's a bit of a scrap. They both seem to kind of somewhat go at each other. So you don't even see the punch in this then, I'm guessing.
Who was she? I have no clue. She's just attacking everyone. Yeah.
Wait, no, she goes after him now.
And then
the main guy.
Then you turn around and watch on the left.
The main guy.
Oh no, so it was the second altercation and then Ned gets pushed by that guy. Probably not the best idea. Don't know what Ned was doing, in fairness. Like, he's running away from something. Has he hit someone first or, like, tried to do something first? Like, what did he do before this? We don't know. We're just getting shown it as if he's the victim of an assault or something, which... No idea. Not enough info. And this footage just makes Breaks look fucking terrible. Quite honestly.
Kicks Ned. Ned throws a punch.
Oh yeah, I've seen him. Yes. I've seen that bit.
Yeah.
Oh, and what was the... Billy Moore on half speed is fucking hilarious. Oh, so this... What did Ned do here, then?
The main guy
kicks Ned.
Oh, so he does a punch as well. So after he gets pushed, he turns around and, like... He takes a swing, and I think the guy's out of range. So Ned hits him back. And as usual, my Breaks Don't Work's camera is mysteriously pointing in a different direction. Because a mate's going to do something. It's so fucking obvious. It's so obvious.
Oh yeah, I've seen him.
So he punches him as well. I don't know what started it. Obviously he got pushed and that's not good. But like... But then he like goes on the offensive. He's not defending himself, is he? When he's like re-engaging. Like, this is incredibly incriminating footage. It's crazy. Like, why is he showing it him? Bear in mind, he's only just seen this. He's only just captured this. He's only just seen what's going on. What has he seen? Did he see what looks like these people being victims when actually there's more to the story? So he might not even realize that what he's doing is showing us some quite incriminating footage here. It's crazy.
Okay, a little scrap going on there, isn't he?
Give it a second when breaks will show up. Give it a second when breaks will show up.
So yeah, first contact, she's put a camera in his face. Oh wait, no, this is the second part, right? Fuck's sake, man, I'm getting so fucking confused. So, has anyone got clearer footage than this? Stop. Of the second part? Like, maybe I should look at what this is. So, we'll just get this one more time. This must be the second part, so we don't actually see the punch. And literally she is hitting him, so she's gonna try and claim that he started it by punching in the face. Not true, she shoved a camera in his face. They started swatting at each other a bit. He seems to have possibly punched her or like, you know, got his arm on her. It's like, there's no point. Like, trying to make out that either of these two is like particularly the victim, other than what very started it, I guess, is pretty pointless. There's a bit of a scuffle going on. It's like, okay, wow, amazing. And she's like literally just punched him in the head there. So like any victim points she's got are like completely out the window by now, because she chased him back down and started hitting him. So why she's going to the officers at all is fucking insane. And someone's got really incriminating footage of her throwing punches at someone.
Who is he?
There you go. Wow. Let's see what this is. So, very, very unbiased source, of course. Lefty scum punches female YouTuber. Manchester erupts. We've got this Jarmaine person. He was there, but he's now reacting separately. Absolute audits. I don't know who that is. I have to have a look. I know who some of the auditors are. I don't follow them super closely. Generally, I'm more interested in the ones that get involved in like trans conversations. But I don't know. If I end up branching out, then sure. But a lot of the auditing stuff is like old hat now. Now it's about filming protests.
At this point, I was actually...
Okay, hang on, sorry, we're halfway through. Yeah, what was Steve's footage actually?
Hannah! This is the war on freedom of speech. Yeah, look at this guy here. That's assault. Yeah.
Never done a plumbing job in your life.
Are trans women? Hannah?
Job in your life.
Is a trans woman a woman?
Job in your life. You fucking.
Here we go. I'm just asking, can a woman have a
Yeah, you can just about see them going at it in the background, but it's just two people swinging at each other. Trying to make out that either of those are the victim is just ridiculous.
Hannah, that's all I want to know.
Yeah, the MKR video, all you see is nothing, and then Breaks going back in to reaccost, and suddenly nothing again. Because MKR knows that Breaks is going to attack. So she's got to make sure she's not capturing any of the actual footage.
What about women wanting women-only spaces?
Yeah, so we get fuck all on Steve's. Obviously you're seeing fuck all on Breaks's. Yeah, it was a very quick encounter, the first one as well. Yeah, and that's when she attacks him back as he walks away. And it must cut during her attacking him. So it wasn't much of a punch. It wasn't much of a punch if it was. Yeah, you do kind of see her face move a bit. So it definitely caught her, I think. It's just pretty weak grounds. And what are you achieving by chasing him down afterwards and like attacking him back? Yeah, so this happens, and then the one on Billy Moore's happens. There isn't clear footage of either. And at this point, she will have like punched him a bunch of times in retaliation. I don't know why you go to the police over this. It's fucking insane.
He just punched me in the face.
Wow. All right, let's see what Jar Main Unfiltered had.
Stop.
Okay.
Excuse me. Calm down. Calm yourself down. Calm down.
Yeah, they're both swiping at each other. Arguably, she smacked him in the face first.
Stop.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Amazing. So she kind of swings like that. Could quite easily have punched him in the face first. Like going for his head. After he pushed her camera away that she shoved in his face first. So the he started it shit ain't gonna work. They all love that kind of shit. It's playground shit. They're all like fucking school bullies, obviously. So the he started it isn't gonna work because you started it. That was you that started it. So she's like swung at him first.
Excuse me.
And like, is he like his hand isn't even closed? Like, I'm sorry, man. How many people punch like this? If you're gonna punch someone, don't you start with your fist closed and then punch? Who punches like this? Like, that's a grab. That ain't a punch. That's a fucking grab. So is he trying to like grab her like clothes or something? Because that's very different from punching him in the face. Punching her in the face. So he's not even trying to punch her. I think he grabs and it ends up like pushing her. But they're not really the same thing. I can see how it's like seen that way. I can see how Breaks would like get that and assume that's a punch to the face. But she's the one that started the encounter. And she's going to carry it on. Because she's got that fucking grievance, I guess.
Calm down. Calm yourself down. Calm down. Chill out. Stop.
So I've just been to a protest in Manchester and Hannah Spencer's...
And of course he's like showing this person and like wanting to give their identity up and stuff. So we don't need any of these utter moron. We don't need any of this dumb fucking shit. Let's just
camera crack as he grabbed hold of it. And then... So bang, first initiation, he grabs the camera.
First initiation is he grabs the camera. Are you fucking serious?
Motion, just so you can see the full sequence step by step.
He's not gonna say anything about the fucking camera, is he? What an absolute fucking lying fucking wretch piece of shit.
So bang, first initiation.
What a fucking liar. What an absolute fucking liar. Are you fucking serious? First initiation is him grabbing the camera? These people are so fucking pinac brained. It's fucking ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. They think, oh well, you're allowed to film. Therefore you can put your camera fucking 2 inches from someone's face, coming straight at their fucking eye with no provocation. And you're gonna act like that's not the fucking first strike. You're gonna act like that's not the first aggression on someone. But no, when the person pushes it back, that's where it starts. What an absolute fucking liar. Do these people think, well, the problem is, people are fucking stupid. People just believe all this shit because it's like convenient to. Here's a fucking guy with a Muslim name doing something that we can pin as fucking assault. So let's just like read the situation in a way where we just leave out anything that's important, but makes us look bad. It's so fucking obvious. Why are people still falling for this shit? How has this got 85k views and almost 5,000 fucking likes? 5,000 fucking likes. You're being fucking lied to. It's so fucking obvious. Oh my God, it pisses me off.
He grabs the camera straight away. She didn't touch him. She didn't punch him. She didn't touch him. She didn't touch him. No, but she put her camera right there. If someone does this but doesn't hit you because they just wanted to put their fist in your face, you're going to see that as a fucking attack. Why would that not be the same for a fucking object? Does he even know that's a camera? It's mind-blowing to me. It's actually mind-blowing to me. I'm like so triggered. Do anything, you actually hear the camera crack as he grabbed hold of it, and then he punches her in the face. You see the next sequence now. So he grabs a
wait, he's just gonna miss that bit as well?
Sequence now.
So this happened. Fucking, is that not a punch? Just ignore that, I guess.
So he grabs a camera, he pushed her, and now he swings a punch.
Yeah, she just did literally nothing, I guess. And what you're seeing, I don't believe that. That's AI splicing, because AI has a lefty bias. So AI is going to make it look like the rightoid actually did some punches and did the first thing by shoving their camera in his face. You don't agree with violence? I mean, he's defending himself, from what I can see.
He grabs a camera, he pushed her, and now he swings a punch.
Swings a punch. Look at his hand. Look at his fucking hand. It's still not closed. It's, oh my God, man.
So he grabs a camera, he pushed her, and now he swings a punch.
He even does this with his arm. This. You start with the fist, and then you do that. That's what a punch is. And this is how his hand is starting. Sorry, I hate to repeat myself, but like, who punches like this? You don't do that. That is not normal. No one does that. It like closes and then opens again, kinda. He's trying to grab at her.
So he grabs a camera, he pushed her, and now he swings a punch.
It's open again. It's open again. He has made contact with her arm. His arm is close to full, like, extension. And her arm is there. You know, where her clothes are, you know. His hand is still open. Like, that's the worst punch of all time. Are you serious? That is not a punch. I'm sorry, man. I don't care. I don't care. I'm off the fence. That was not a fucking punch. I can see why she might interpret it that way, but she started the altercation. She was happy to fucking take swings at him. And then she will go on and attack him again afterwards. It's bang to rights, bro. This is bullshit.
He pushed her, and now he swings a punch. Straight to her face.
From a different angle, you can see closed fist to face. It's a shit punch, but a punch. I don't know. I'm not convinced, to be honest. It looks like a punch from the Hugh Anthony angle, but it's not great. The thing is, if you grab someone's clothes, your hand is going to end up like closed, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, I can see why it's interpreted that way. But the way his hand ends up, it looks like he's trying to grab on her clothing, probably to push her away. And at that point, they're in a fight. She put a camera in his face, he pushed it away, she did that, and he responds like that. They're in a fight. It's not a man punching a woman in the face. It's two people having a fight. So it's like, it's insane. I don't know why you would try and go after the police with this and make this into a narrative. How long did it take me to grow my hair out? I don't even know. I haven't had my hair cut since like 2019-ish, maybe before that.
So I'm just going to reverse it back now and play it in proper speed so you can just see how it actually plays.
Wait, and he's gonna pause here before she starts aggressing on him. What I want to see is whether he shows any of like what happens afterwards.
Out in real time when I was watching it.
Excuse me, calm down, calm yourself down, mate. Calm down. Mate, you'll get flat in your prick. Chill out, stop.
Okay, so he shows the aftermath. To give him what little credit he is due.
Excuse me, calm down, calm yourself down, mate. Calm down. Mate, you'll get flat in your prick.
Yeah, and then literally she's just punching at this point. That is just her punching at him.
Calm down, mate, you'll get flat in your prick.
Yeah, and she's not starting open-handed. That's a punch. That's what it means to punch at someone.
Calm down, mate, you'll get flat in your prick.
Yeah, this is a punch. This is a punch.
Chill out, stop.
Like 3 times. So she has done far worse than what he has done.
At this point, I was actually in the middle. I was trying to break it up and stop it because what I didn't want is I didn't want the guy to punch any women in the face, but also...
Yeah, but you're okay with your mate punching him, right?
I didn't want anybody to get arrested, and I wanted to sort of just calm the situation down a little bit. So this is why I jumped in the middle, and I was clearly shouting, stop, stop, stop.
Asking a politician about an ideology is not harassment. Is there a time and place for it? Maybe? Is it going to look good if you're running after them and shouting abuse at them? Because some of these people were just shouting abuse at her. Ned was just calling her a traitor. MKR was shouting whatever the fuck she was shouting.
Now, this next sequence, you see this guy here is called Stuart Penrod.
She would have sucker punched if he didn't turn around. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like she goes for the head. Yeah, his face would have been facing the other way. She would have like clonked him around here, I would have thought. That's very true.
He actually lunges at English Ned and tries to attack him, and he's actually a...
Yeah, so he just glosses over anything that makes his mates look bad. This is the shit that other people did to us, and you just completely gloss over him being punched at over and over.
Security guard for stand up to racism.
Stop.
So was that his sole analysis of the actual punch on my brakes don't work? And now she's going to be like, I don't want to say doxing him because it's quite possibly, public. Oh, we get another angle? The now here photo. Okay, it's from here. Owned. Based police officer, can we just say? All cops are based. Not really, but...
Why are you fucking pushing it?
Yeah, I mean, it's important to remember as well. It's been a while since we've looked at it. But like, in this guy's mind that's kind of pushing people and stuff, they're like going after this MP. Who knows what they're going to be doing? Any of them could be doing anything.
Move away! You're not seeing fucking moving! Fucking hell.
And they, once again, conveniently, we don't really get the first bit. So there's only so much footage from any one angle. Like this one's focusing on dipshit Hugo or whatever his name is over here.
Pushing him, he's always move away! You're not seeing fucking moving!
Yeah, and this is Breaks attacking that guy again.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, she's just straight up assaulting him at that point. Whatever's happened before, she's just attacked him now, after he moved away.
So you can see me in the middle here shouting, stop, stop, stop. I'm basically trying to separate this guy from attacking my brakes don't work.
After she attacked... Oh my god, this guy is so fucking full of shit. It's actually going to make me explode. I'm actually going to fucking lose it. He's trying to stop him from attacking her. She attacked him at this point, bro. What are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about?
I see him fucking moving!
That's her attacking him. But you're trying to stop him from attacking her? What are you saying? And he wasn't trying to stop him attacking, because he was over here. So he wasn't even doing that either.
You can see me in the middle here shouting, stop, stop, stop. I'm basically trying to separate this guy from attacking my brakes don't work. And that's why I'm stood there in the middle with my arms out, stopping him from attacking.
Stopping him from attacking? He's over here, bro. What are you saying? This guy's delusional. Stopping him from attacking with your arms out? You're like over here and he's over there. Who the fuck are you stopping from doing what? Oh, we don't care about this bit. So is that it for all that? Jesus Christ. What an absolute fucking liar. This guy sucks. 313k subscribers? This is the most fucking captured, fucking full of shit person I've seen in time. That's like blown my mind, that has. Fucking hell, bro. And then people stabbed a short while ago. But yeah, I mean, I was thinking more about like was it David Ames and then Joe Cox? Like when people get two politicians, they can do all sorts. You don't know what they're going to do. So when people are like chasing them down and shit, you're probably just going to stop them by any means necessary. Wow, absolute fucking loser, moron, piece of shit, grifter. Actual fucking dickhead. Enjoy the dislike. Shame is not more. These fucking cultoid losers that just eat up every word you say. When it's obvious you're picking sides. When it's obvious you're full of shit. That's you. Was there anything else?
So I guess
Did this guy get any footage? There's no disrespect, but I'm mostly interested in just what happened rather than other people's takes. I'm not seeing very much. I don't know if I should... Look, this fucking Reason channel. This woman is like actually like dumb. Like just literally dumb. So this is the nowhere photo. That's her source as well. And then who's the other? Who's the other one we're using? Is this Hugh Anthony?
So watch the guy here with that green rim around his hat.
Shut up, Chloe.
She's got like a, okay, she's not hurt him. There on a selfie stick sort of thing. Okay, she's not hurt him.
This is fucking delusional. Okay, so if someone shoves an object right here in your face, that's fine because they didn't hurt you. And you're not going to respond like physically if someone does that. It's delusional. You have to be delusional to believe what these people are saying.
She's waved it kind of in his face a little bit.
Yes, which is aggressive. That's aggression. And even if it's not meant as aggression, he's going to take it that way.
But I don't think she's hurt him. He then reaches over and grabs her property, potentially damaging.
Why is she putting her property in his face, you fucking sped?
Her property there and tries to rip it out her hands. And he grabs that and then she sort of instinctively sort of pushes.
Okay, so she has instincts and he doesn't. Is that what we're saying?
Her arm back and is sort of either not clear. Is she trying to elbow him or is she just trying to grab her camera back here? But I think
yes, a bit like, did this guy punch her or was he just trying to grab her and push her back or something? It's interesting how nuance exists on one side but the other, right?
Everyone would flinch if some random dude suddenly grabbed your camera out your...
Bro, how are we doing this? How do you think people are this dumb? There is no way this person believes what she's saying. How is it that this person is allowed to have instincts and is allowed to react naturally to something being shoved in their face, but this guy isn't? What do you think he's seeing when a camera just appears like right here out of nowhere? It's unbelievable.
Your hands, okay? And he responds with a punch to the face at your hands, okay? And he
yeah, it looks much more like a punch from that angle. With the close-up with his hand, it doesn't look like a proper punch. I can see why it's taken that way. I can see why it looks that way to people. It's a pretty weak punch, and it's after she's already swung at him. So they're in a fight at this point. There are no There are no victims. There are two people having a fight. That's how it is.
Everyone would flinch if some random dude suddenly grabbed your camera out your...
Yeah, everyone would flinch, as if no one would flinch to have something like... It's nuts. You are delusional.
Hands, okay? And he responds with a punch to the face there, okay? So let's see that again. So she's tried to grab her camera back or elbowed him, and then boom, do you see that? Punch to the face of a woman, International Women's Day. Isn't that fantastic, huh?
Idpol. Hey, remember it was annoying that leftists did Idpol all the time? So now the right are going to constantly do Idpol, and we're supposed to be fine with it? No, I find that annoying as well. You're annoying as well doing this.
Let me know what you think. Was that necessary self-defense, or is this guy...
Yes, it was fine. They're in a fight.
In the wrong and perhaps a misogynist.
In the wrong and perhaps a misogynist. Wow. Oh, so Hugh did capture this. Okay, so Hugh Anthony did capture her attacking him afterwards. But in her footage, she cuts out this bit. She cuts out the part where she blatantly fucking goes back at him and fucking hits him. But this was in Hugh's footage. But Hugh's footage is gone. You can't find it anywhere right now. Presumably it was streamed on YouTube and then unlisted, or made private, or even outright deleted. Are we fucking for real? Like, fuck me, dude. That is far worse. What she did there is far worse than anything he did there. And you can't do the who started it.
And then look, it kicks off again. There are people trying to break them apart.
So there's all this like micro-analysis when it's this first punch, but then when she goes after him and blatantly takes like 3 or 4 swings in a row at him, like probably actually punching him, like worse than he did her. Suddenly it's okay, and then there's some more like scrapping and, you know, they get pulled apart. It's fucking nuts. Is this why he took it down? It might be, yeah. It's very it's very easy to believe like conspiracy theories, I guess, but it looks fucking dreadful. She must realize how bad this looks. It's insane. This is gonna have to, listen, I'm gonna have to take some like recordings of these videos because I don't know if these people are gonna get told. I'm gonna have to get some like recordings. I'm gonna have to put something together about this. Fucking hell, dude. I don't really want to keep using just like cutting up like streams for shit because I'm a bit too off the cuff, you know what I mean? I'm a bit too unhinged. But I think this is worth like sticking some stuff together and like doing a bit of like, you know, more professional like thing on this. Like maybe that's the direction I need to be taking, is like streaming stuff, finding stuff, and like, you know, trying to write things out about stuff, you know?
They got in proper fisticuffs there. Was she the one who provoked that? Because it looked a little bit like
Yes.
he kicked him. So I'm not saying one side's in the right and one side's
Okay, finally. Wow, amazing.
in the wrong here. I think a lot of both sides are kind of getting riled up. Yeah, it looks like this sort of lady in the high vis gets in the way, but she's kicking him. She's in.
Oh, I didn't see the kick. Wow. Wow, you're ratting your own side out. Thank you, Reasoned. Thank you, Chloe Dobbs. Yeah, Chloe Dobbs. Thank you.
Annoyed that she's just been punched.
Now listen. Let's fundraise to get this person some mattifying powder because she does need it, sadly.
Trying to fight back. She kicks him, and then they get in this proper brawl here.
No, they don't get in a proper brawl. She punches him like 3 or 4 times, bro.
Not often you see men and women getting in a proper fisty.
He's just like holding some shit up and like keeping her away. You can see he's got his hands on like a bunch of like leaflets or something.
And then they get in this proper brawl here. Not often you see men and women getting in a proper fisticuffs. Or
that's not a brawl. That is a woman punching a man in the head over and over. Sorry.
On the street. She's been online defending herself, you know, saying she's clearly right, he's wrong.
Oh, she's so disappointed. She's realised it actually looks fucking terrible for the people she wants to stick up for. But we still do this. Like, Hannah Spencer's security guard punches it. Like, fuck off, bro. Like, you know what they do? They prime the people watching with these kind of titles. And then when it actually shows something far different and far more kind of complicated and open to interpretation, people are already primed with this idea. So they're seeing this as the bad guy. Even though when you actually watch it, if you were to take away this moron and just watch it yourself, it's a bit more kind of, there really isn't like a good guy and a bad guy here, you know what I mean?
So there we go. That is that. And then we have got, because she's posted online trying to defend herself, we've got the footage from that selfie stick GoPro thing that lady had. She's put this out. Let's take a look.
Hannah, talk about the Iranians for once!
Hannah, what about the Iranians? Why not talking about the Iranians, Hannah?
You're racist!
Yeah. Are we seriously going to say that isn't where it started and that isn't what would cause someone to turn around and push?
So there you go. So she puts the camera in his face.
Yes.
And so he's just called someone a racist. It sounds like it's coming from her. She says, "You're a racist." He's not happy about that. He's about to grab her camera. There we go. Grabs the camera. And she's saying there, "You just punched me in the face." After that, so there we go, folks. So that is the absolute chaos. Of course, there is chaos and fighting going on in the Middle East, but don't worry, it's not all just kicking off over there. We've got it all kicking off here.
Anyway, I can't. This person is like actually special needs or something. But there you go, Reasoned. Okay, I need to screen cap this because I'm worried it'll get taken down. Because that is fucking incriminating as fuck. I do think I need to like put something together about this whole thing. I think it'd be interesting. Certainly, what's left of my more conservative leaning audience are not going to be happy with me, but it is what it is. Where does it start from? Yes, that's Hugh Anthony's footage. And we all show this guy up as well. We all show his name and stuff like that. We don't mention My Breaks Don't Work or anyone else's names. Just the person that we've decided is the enemy. It's nuts. And these people are all stupid as fuck. She defended herself properly. They're so fucking retarded. They're so fucking dumb. Is she being sarcastic? No. She doesn't know what sarcasm means. Sarcasm is too many syllables for this woman to understand, quite frankly. Wow. It's getting way later than I thought it was. I need to stop. Thank you all for watching. I probably will be back tomorrow, although I'm almost thinking maybe instead of doing another stream tomorrow, I should try and write something up about this and stick a bunch of footage together and get that done. So we will see. But thank you for watching. It's been fun. It's been a few days. I do appreciate it. It's not been as regular. It might not be as regular for a while because I'm trying to work out what I want to do. You know? But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow, the day after, something like that. We'll see. I love you all. Have a good day. What am I cooking? I have some Sicilian Christmas ragu. It's like a pork, tomato, red wine sauce. You put like a bit of chocolate powder and like a little bit of cinnamon at the end. It sounds crazy, but it's actually really good. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Have a good one, and bye.